Bunking out.
No, ain't nobody gonna say a word.
Oh, just out of curiosity, how did England get on? Did they win?
Of course.
Oh, they win, did they? Oh, okay.
Two
Oh, fair enough.
one, 2-1.
Oh, it's 2-1. Oh, was it through penalties though? This is it.
Nope, that's
Oh, was
not
it?
it.
Okay, well, fair enough. That's all right. Oh, sweet. Well, fair play to England. Well, they'll probably lose next time. Is it quarterfinals,
Well, you
semi-finals?
keep it. You know what, Nick? A broke clock is right twice a day. So keep on saying they're going to lose every match. You'll eventually be right.
I'll get one right eventually. But normally that is okay. John Stroke saying here 2-1. Okay, but the thing is, it comes with the territory. They always
Well, I
get to
just
like
said
the semi-finals, finals, and then eventually they lose. It's always penalties.
so
Always
so do many
penalties.
so do many other teams. I mean, Germany's out already.
Is it?
So so
Well, they
so
lost the war,
so
didn't they? Kind
so
of.
do many teams. Yeah.
Mm.
I see Mexico, man. I see that's going to be a tough one. That's going to be a tough one. I'm going to stay up and
But
watch that
my
one.
but my prediction, Hidden, is that there will be a alien invasion at the next England game. England game. Sorry, I screwed my word up. I'm just
Might
joking.
as well.
But hello,
Might as well.
hello.
Like I said, a broke clock is right twice a day. So
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that Brazilian woman who said that twice. Oh, that's hilarious. Anyone that says fake alien invasion, it's like it's never gonna happen. Project Bluebeam sort of style. But yeah. But hello everyone in chat. How's everyone
yeah,
doing? Heat wave is over. We're supposed to have another one apparently next week, Hidden. Good luck with that one. Mm.
yeah, so they say. All right now, how you doing, John Stokes?
Hey John, how's it going, mate?
Science Evidence Fringe News Network. How you doing, man?
Banned again. Oh no, what you been doing, mate?
You've been
uh,
watching that free movie that Elon Musk has put out. How you
hey
doing,
Gobstopper, nice to
Gobstopper?
see you.
Roland,
Nice-
get me back into that intro, ready to rock. Yes, yes.
nice.
Corbell's cat. Oh, I thought I had you up. See, it's problems.
How's it
How
going,
you
man? Nice
doing?
to see
How you
you.
doing? Great. Oops. Oops. Sorry, mate. Oh, I'm trying to get you. There we go. Nope, I didn't get you. Where are you? You moved. God damn it. You're somewhere here. There you are. Gotcha. I think there you go.
Hey, how's it going, Nathan? Nice to see you, man. Hope you're doing
Uh,
well. Welcome on in. Nice to see you.
we got one true Saxon. How you doing,
Hey, one
mate?
two Saxon. Nice to
Did
see
you
you, man.
enjoy the match? It was a good match. It was a good match. I got to say, their defense was pretty strong.
Budicon, is that right? Yeah, Budicon. Yes, I think that's right. Nice to see you, man. Hope you're doing
So
well.
that's where we're at. Hello to people that haven't comment. How you doing? Right.
I think that's everyone. I think that's everyone. Right. Well, to start off the show, I am going to have, for the first time ever, I'm really into cocktails at the moment. In fact, Saturday, me and the missus went out for a meal, and I was like, babe, there's a cocktail place. Do you mind if we went there? And I had about six different cocktails, and me and the missus were quite toasted coming on the way home. But I'm going to try a Bloody Mary, which we're discussing before the show. The discussion. Oh my God, can't even speak. Discussing before the show. Cheers. Hey, green tea. Ugh. No. Oh, that's
I'm
terrible.
not seeing the
Oh
chat's.
God.
I did tell you.
No. That's
There we
that's
go.
terrible. That's awful. It definitely tastes Tabasco in that one. Worcestershire sauce. Bloody Mary. Bloody horrible. Hey, green tea. Nice to see you. I see you there. Hope you're doing well. Oh, Mark. Yes. Two comments down, mate. The thumbnail with the
How
dog
you
in it.
doing?
Right, Mark, I have received your parcel. Thank you so much. I will go into more detail on Friday's show, but I do have your books here ready to go. Hey, Slimia, nice to see you. And thanks for the PS1 games. Honestly, that's very, very kind of you. Thank you so much. So, Mark, Jeffrey has sent me a parcel with some books and a few PS1 games, which is extremely kind of him. He didn't ask for any money, but I kind of want to give you some money, at least for the postage and package, mate. But mate, it's much appreciated. Thank you so much. I can't thank you enough. I will send an email tomorrow. But yeah, I just picked it up. But yeah, thank you so much, man. Much appreciated. It's very, very kind of you. Very, very kind. Nathan, Bloody Mary is great for when you. Yeah, yeah, if you're kind of drunk, yeah, for sure. But that is bloody awful. No, thank you. I'm going to stick to my pina colada, which is one of my favorite ones. So anyway, but we're a UFO show, not cocktail show. Anyway, so yeah, today it's all about an immensely fascinating case that a lot of people don't really know, and it's called the Dexter, Michigan UFO incident of 1966. And I think this is where the word swamp gas comes in. Cheers, everyone. Oh, that's nice. It's a lovely pina colada. So yeah, let's get the ball rolling on this one. I've got some photographs to bring up, some descriptions of this craft, and I can yammer away like I always do. Bring this one up, brother. Yeah, the thing is, Slim Yin, beer makes me bloated now. I cannot drink beer or lager. I went out for a party with my boot camp lot, and it was like I had 2 pints, felt bloated, and then I spent the night drinking gin and tonic and got absolutely smashed. So I'm more cocktail gin person now. So yay, turn into an Ollie, as one would say. But anyway. Dexter, Michigan UFO sighting is one of the most famous UFO incidences in American history. On the night of March the 20th of 1966, multiple witnesses, including local residents and law enforcement officers, reported seeing a brightly lit, unidentified flying hovering object over the swamps near Dexter before moving away at high speeds. The sighting attached nation media attention and promoted an investigation by Project Blue Book. Although astronomer J. Allen Heinrich suggests that some observations could be explained by swamp gas, many witnesses reject. Not rocket balloons, no, swamp gas for this one, mate. With witnesses rejected the explanation, and the case remains one of the most debated and well-known UFO sightings in United States history. So, yes, this happened on the 20th of March, 1966. Farmer Frank Mannor and his son saw this object right here. Here's a newspaper reports. Can you see this on screen? Yes, you can. Fantastic. Okay, yes. So Frank Mannor and his son reported seeing a bright lit object hovering over the swampy area near their farm, and they described it as an oval or pyramid-like shape, and it emitted a red, white, blue, and green lights, hovering silently before moving rapidly. Slow down, you reader Nick. Remaining in the area for several hours. Did you take a photograph of it then? How about no? Neighbours, sheriff, deputies, and eventually dozens of other witnesses also reported unusual lights. Some law enforcement officers stated they observed an unidentified object themselves. Oh, we're going to get to this one, Hidden. The Hillsdale sighting. So a few days later, similar reports came from the area around Hillsdale College, where dozens of students described a bright light maneuvering over campus. The combined Dexter and Hillside reports attracted nationwide media attention. Now, also the swamp gas explanation, we'll talk about that when we just go through this documentary. So the US Air Force sent astronomers J. Allen Heinrich, who was a skeptic first of all, but then he went into the Pascagoula incident and eventually the Lonnie Zamora case, and it sort of changed his mind on that. So from a skeptic to a believer. Where am I here?
Someone out there thinks that Lonnie Zamora couldn't draw. He was a bad drawer.
That's why he had an artist's interpretation did it for him. But J. Allen, I'll start over again. The U.S. Air Force sent astronomer J. Allen Heinrich, then a scientific consultant for Project Blue Book to investigate. So Heinrich suggests that at least some of the sightings, could have been caused by illegitimate marsh gas or super farts combined with misidentified astronomical and astronomic phenomena. Is that right? The explanation was intended to specify specific observation, but quickly became associated with the entire case. Did that make any sense of what I just said? Probably not, but anyway. But yes, he was gay, was he? J. Allen Heinrich, he wasn't gay. He had a son or something like that. Anyway, but yeah, there we go. Fascinating case, and it's one that a lot of people don't really know about. So, hit on. What would you like to do first, Millcock?
Do you want to hear what Heinrich said?
Yeah. Oh, his son was gay. Okay, fair enough. Nothing wrong with being gay.
As long as you ain't fake.
And gay. Yes, absolutely. Well said.
Right.
But I'll tell you what, I found out who was gay. What's his name from? I uploaded the video, didn't I? Arthur C. Clarke. You learn every day. No, Zamora was gay. Everyone's coming out at the moment.
Why not?
Oh dear.
You get a tax break, I believe.
Really? Well, in that case, I'm coming out right now. Do you want me to play the documentary, or are you going to do it?
I'm just queuing up this one.
Okay, cool.
We'll hear what. There we go.
Andrew Saxon. Bet $20 on it.
Yeah.
Sorry. Right. Yeah, we ready?
Yeah, let's do it.
Sorry, man.
He kind of looks like the KFC man.
A young version of him.
Yeah, that's it. Is it Colonel or something like that? I don't know.
Saunders, yeah. I know him well, as you can tell.
All right. He said that they saw a light here, a green light here, I think it was, and red light here, and then in between a glow.
White and blue light.
All right, white and blue then.
Blue in front and white in back.
And then a red glow, and McFadden said there's sort of a red glow in through here.
Holes in the side.
Into the anus. Checking. Love you too, once you Saxon. Not in a gay way.
Brownish kook, and he says, no, he's not a kook. He saw what he saw. Well,
No, I don't think he's a cook at all.
Going on here.
Two cases at Dexter and at Hillsdale. I am not. Here's one part I do want to read. I want it clearly understood that I'm not making a blanket statement to cover the entire UFO phenomenon over the past 20 years in this and other countries. I'm discussing only the Dexter and Hillsdale sightings, and then only that material which I have been able to sift down and to that which forms a consistent picture.
Doctor, could you face this way more?
Yeah, all right.
Thank you.
Speaking to the mic, brother.
For instance, the groups of reports came in over several days from different localities. Many of these have nothing whatsoever to do with the sighting at Hillsdale and at Dexter. Now, for instance, yesterday there was released to the press, and I want to make this completely clear that this has nothing whatsoever to do with the two cases I'm discussing. This picture was released of the rising moon and Venus. This was taken not at the time of the Hillsdale sighting. It was taken several days earlier, not in the evening, but at 5 in the morning at Milan, Michigan, not in Dexter or Hillsdale. This shows you how these sort of investigations can get completely mixed up. Milan, M-I-L-A-N, Milan, Michigan, not in a swamp, not anywhere near a swamp, but this is without question Venus and the moon. Any competent astronomer would confirm that. However, I don't want you saying that the Air Force is trying to cover up with a picture of Venus and the moon. This has nothing to do with the Hillsdale and um, Dexter cases, but it was thoroughly confused by the release made yesterday. Similarly, in Hillsdale, there have been recently, again, nothing to do with the sighting of March 21st. Several boys have been um, purchasing flares and using those. I am not using that as an explanation, but as an illustration of what happens when a thing like this gets going, a real UFO flap. Now, I said here in this statement at the end that I emphasize in conclusion that I cannot prove in a court of law that marsh gas is the full explanation of these sightings. But it does appear to me extremely likely. And furthermore, I must read to back this point up. As I've said here, said that I am, after all, an astronomer and not a chemist. And I've pointed out that swamps are not the normal province of the astronomer. He usually has his eyes trained toward far loftier places. Yet the famous Dutch astronomer Mannor, in his book Light and Color in the Open Air, has this to say about swamps. He describes lights that have been seen in swamps by the astronomer Bessel and other excellent observers. The lights, he says, resemble tiny flames, sometimes seen right on the ground, sometimes floating above it. The flames go out in one place and suddenly appear in another, giving the illusion of motion. No heat is felt. The lights do not burn or char the ground. They can appear for hours. This is all a quotation. They appear for hours at a time and sometimes for a whole night. Generally, there is no smell and usually no sound except the popping sound of little explosions, such as when a gas burner ignites. This is precisely what was observed there. There were yellow, green, and red lights that always were around a definite locale. They moved up and down and sideways, but they were always there at that particular locale. In the Dexter swamp, for instance, while Mr. Mannor and his friends were observing the glow from their porch, Fitzpatrick and McFadden were over on the other side of the swamp. They saw the glow to the south. He saw it to the north. It was very well pinpointed.
Yeah.
Didn't any of these people actually see a definite shape, though, Doctor?
That's a good point. I've got that covered here someplace. The majority of observers in both cases have reported only lights, red, yellow, and green, silent, glowing lights near the ground. They have not described an object. Even the only two observers who did describe an object have stated that they were no closer than 500 yards, better than a quarter of a mile. Now, I doubt that one could make out much detail at that distance at night. It was a dark night, no moon, and by the way, the winds were fairly calm, which would be again conducive to this sort of thing.
Well, Doctor, isn't it the nature of swamp gas to remain close to the ground, and especially during a thunderstorm, wouldn't that keep it down? Some of these witnesses have told us that they've seen it hundreds of yards in the sky.
Some, one or two witnesses did say that, but the great majority, again, you must remember that I've sifted down all the many reports.
Hey,
I've
Bob.
been talking to these people day after day. You cannot simply take every statement made and give it credence. You have to get the least common denominator of these statements. And when you do that, then I was able to get from them that the lights appeared to rise somewhat and descend, not many times, a few times during the course of the evening. Both the Hillsdale girls and the people at Dexter described the glow of the lights behind the trees as though they would get brighter and dimmer, as though stage lights were being turned up with a rheostat, as they do in stage lights. None of them, except those two people, Mr. Mannor and his son, no one else described an object, gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen.
Are you saying, Doctor, that Michigan is now producing non-existent saucers?
Well, it's one way of putting it, I suppose.
Doctor,
Doctor, how many people did you interview?
Several dozen all told.
Doctor, you
Several dozen.
Several dozen.
Doctor, you refer in your statement to a will o' the wisp. Is there a difference between this and marsh gas, or was this another will o' the wisp?
It's another name. Miasma is another name. Sometimes I believe, but I'm not sure of this. Foxfire. I believe that is another name for it.
Doctor, is there a possibility that flying saucers do exist, though?
It depends on how you define this now. What do you mean by a flying saucer?
An unidentified object from outer space? I think that's the popular conception.
That would be the popular conception. I have no scientific evidence this is so, and I would be delighted to have some, really, if I could. We would just think how exciting it would make things.
If you identify a flying saucer as something which the Air Force has put up as experimental material, what would your answer be? Is there any evidence that they exist?
Well, if it is, it would be something that I don't know about, since I'm just an astronomer and I'm not privy to all the things that go on in the government, Air Force, or anything else. But I don't know, very honestly. I just don't.
Doctor, I wonder if you would take a look at this picture and tell me if that is a flying saucer or not. Or
Well, this is certainly reported to be a picture of a flying saucer, but this. What can you tell about this?
You remember the
How
one
was
I
it
told
taken?
you?
Under what conditions? This looks to me very much like a chicken feeder. And
Hold it up, Doctor.
Anybody
Hold it up
can-
close to your face.
anyone can fake things.
Doctor, you said that these marsh gases are silent.
True.
There was sounds described as a ricocheting bullet by at least one of the witnesses.
Yes, but one of the witnesses, there was that description, although I didn't say it was silent. I said in the statement here that it's frequently like a popping noise as the gas ignites. Now, whether popping can be described, let's remember in this thing that I am not talking about the whole subject of UFOs. I was sent here to check these two particular cases. And the whole subject of UFOs, I pointed out, I think, and I have, let me mention here, that I have recommended in my capacity as scientific consultant that competent scientists quietly study such cases when evidence from responsible people appears to warrant such study. There may be much of potential value to science in such events. We know a very great deal more about the physical world in 1966 than we did in 1866. But by the same token, the people in the year 2066 may regard us as very incomplete in our scientific knowledge. We must not, in our haste to have answers, be Freddie Smith. Now, somebody ask me who Freddie Smith was, please. All right.
Who's Freddie Smith?
Hey, Dan.
Frederick Smith was a physicist
I'll see you,
at
Dan.
Oxford,
Do a mo.
who discovered, when working with a discharge tube and there was a Crookes tube, that when he placed photographic plates near the discharge tube, they got fogged. His great scientific conclusion from this was, and he so instructed his assistants, don't place photographic plates near the Crookes tube. Thereby, he did not discover X-rays. He left it for Roentgen because it was X-rays. Now, had he had the scientific curiosity to pursue that point, he might very well, he would have then certainly have discovered X-rays. Now, I've been talking about these two particular cases.
Interesting. Like a bit of Heinrich. He comes.
It is.
Well, I mean, yes, at that time, 1966. Okay, so Zamora was. Oh bloody hell! That's 65, isn't it? Oh, wasn't it? Zamora UFO. Zamora UFO was. So that was 2 years after. So I was off. So 1964. And that, what was that interview? When was that interview hidden?
I think 66.
66, yeah.
Because
So
like he said, he was called in to investigate it.
Yeah. So he's on the path between becoming obviously a skeptic and a believer.
Well, the one thing I would like, if you could look for, Nick, I'm sorry, because I'm too
I'm producer,
split in.
buddy.
I would like, thank you. I would like, could you see if you can find any videos of swamp gas at night?
Do you know what? I Googled swamp gas, and I'm going to be honest, and shame on me for not doing research. I had no idea what it was until I Googled it. I was like, what is actually swamp gas?
Okay.
And Yeah, just only pictures of it, but leave that to me, brother. I shall have a look at fart gas right now. Because that is practically what it
Well,
is, isn't it?
should while because I just thought being we were talking about Heimlich that we should play what he had to say.
Yeah,
But I
yeah.
want to see. This is why I asked you. So while I'm waiting for you to look, should I play the Walter Cronkite piece on this from 1966?
Yeah, you can do, mate. I'm just having.
And then we can come back. Then we can come back and have a look at the swamp gas. But even if
Yeah,
you can,
okay, mate.
even if you can find pictures of swamp gas for me as well, but at night time.
Swamp gas looks like.
Yeah, I want to see what it. I want to see what it looks like and see how these people could mistake it, because he put up a good argument for it being swamp gas.
Oh, I've got one here. Do you want to? I tell you what, let's play this first. Let's play this first. This is a really good one.
What, you got
I'll
a
bring this up
video?
here. Yeah. Hey, mods. Mayhem. Nice to see you, mate. Hope
How
you're
you
doing
doing,
well.
brother? Sorry.
Yeah. Check this
I
out.
had a celebration thingy.
It means you got stoned. Yeah, check this out. So this is swamp gas at night. So let's correlate that to the case.
All right.
1966.
I'm going to put that up full screen. Oh. All right.
We're good?
Yeah.
Right.
I'm putting up full screen for you guys.
Okay, so this is basically Project Blue Book's explanation for flying saucers or UFOs. Wait for it.
Where is it? Oh.
You gotta do it fast.
Why isn't it working? Dude, we did this at the cabin. It's freaking awesome.
Gotta get closer.
Oh, it's sweet. Oh.
Fart gas. Yeah, that didn't even last long. Let's go back again.
For we know, they could have put an accelerant in that. But yeah, it does look cool.
Yeah.
Do you hear something in the beginning? Listen.
Where is it? Oh.
You gotta do it fast.
Yeah, they're pouring accelerant on it.
Do you hear that? Yeah.
Yeah.
You gotta do it fast.
That's them pouring the accelerant on the water.
I think. Well, two explanations for this. One, he's testing where the water is because is at night he's putting the lighter to the actual water itself, and probably he's putting the lighter too close into the water. But it sounds like something's dripping. Listen.
Yeah, that's them pouring the accelerant.
You gotta do it fast.
They got a petrol tank. And that's why they're saying you got to do it fast, because you're not lighting the liquid, you're lighting the fumes.
And that's
Gotta
how
get
you
closer.
get. Because when it goes
That's
out,
not-
it looks like an accelerant, doesn't it? Watch
Lighting,
this. There
it
we go.
says it right there. It says it in the title. See, lighting gas on fire in a swamp.
I'm sorry. I should have read the title. I thought it said swamp gas. My bad. So that nothing to do with the case whatsoever. I do apologize.
It's all right, man. It's all right. But it's a good bit of
That's what-
CSI, because that's what I was trying to say. Like, where are we? I don't know. I'm lost in the ether.
I tell you what, Eden, play the
Well-
bloody video. I'll have a look for what actually swamp gas looks like.
Oops.
Sorry, guys.
Where are we?
Oh, yeah,
Oh, there
back.
we are.
Nice to see you.
Oh, Jesus Christ, man. Oh,
Yeah.
I'm too high for this, man. Why are you doing this, man?
Already?
Why are you doing this to me, man?
Party's just started for me. Yeah, all right, I'll laugh it up. Yeah, that was my bad.
Right.
But yeah, the documentary, and I'll look for an actual swamp gas thingy.
All
Let's have a
right.
look.
I'm trying to get this right now. Okay, so Walter Cronkite at this time was one of the biggest dude on American TV as far as a reporter. So pretty much that year he did a report on a UFO. Now I believe the first part of it is they're talking about the Dexter sighting and also
Okay.
the other ones, because I think there was about in that flap. And that's maybe what we should have looked at as a whole instead of taking one apart. But who knows? We could come back to it for the next show, because there was quite a significant. I think there was probably about 10 areas in what's this, Minnesota?
Right.
Yeah. Am I
Yeah,
right,
yeah.
guys? Minnesota.
Yeah, about that.
There's about 10 areas that also saw this. So when Heineck said this was a flap going down, this was well and truly a flap going down. I don't like that term.
I know it gets used a lot. It kind of reminds me of the Warminster Mystery, and it also reminds me of the Falkirk or Bonnie Blue Bridge. Bonnie Bridge Blue. No, Bonnie Bridge in
Move
Scotland.
along, man.
Where they
move along, man.
But it's the same sort of thing because it's a UFO flap going on. So
yeah, indeed. Have you found the swamp gas yet? There probably ain't nothing that exists, because it's such a rare phenomenon that they're calling upon, that they're just saying, look, it's this. But in this day and age, surely it must have been witnessed. And I want to see for myself what it looks like. Right. But I'll get this up for you.
Yeah, bring up the documentary. Well, there's one in daytime. There's one in daytime, mate, if you want to go see it.
Well, let's have a look. Let's see. Let's see if we can imagine night from it.
Does it talk about it actually bubbling? Did I hear that right?
I don't know. Probably would do, because you're probably lighting. So
check this out. So if you imagine that at night, it's like a standard fire.
Yeah, that to me, you see, that sounds like there's I don't know, man.
That's a lot of energy. Well, it says there's swamp gas, mate. So it must be.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm going to put in ChatGPT, but go put the documentary up, and then or do you want to describe what swamp gas looks like on ChatGPT? It says here, small, dim, glowing light rather than a large object. It's greenish, pale white in color, floating above the ground or water. Well, it's not flying up in the air then, isn't it? Flickering and drifting slowly from air currents, which makes sense, lasting only for about a short time. So that explanation for UFOs doesn't make any sense. Bright multicolored lights. It doesn't, for a short period of time, because gas, it evaporates.
It burns out.
It depends on how much gas is coming out. Yeah, this is it.
That's right.
It depends on how much gas is stored in the bloody swamp in that specific area. But
you can't attribute it to like what they were saying, because I'm sure they said it was hanging around for a few hours. Because you said, why didn't you get a camera? And I thought, well, this is 1966. It might not be that everyone's got a camera.
I know. That's things people say in ufology, to be honest with you. But for that time period, no one has a bloody phone camera, what we've got these days. So I understand that point, mate. Oh, I missed you. Mostly Indica. Nice to see you. Come on in.
How you doing?
It's the Colonel again.
I don't
KFC now.
Yeah, me too, man. They keep on advertising this. Have you the burger? You seen the burger dipped in barbecue sauce?
Oh, don't get me started. I gouged I rubbed the sauce in my face. Honestly, it's that nice. I'll say gouging a burger then.
I'm just going to start it from the beginning.
Cool.
Because I'm kind of lost here.
Aero Systems rocket belt.
I think we might have to skip all this foolishness.
This is a UFO, unidentified
Whoa,
flying object, popularly
man.
called a flying saucer.
Ooh, that look good.
To responsible scientists and photo analysts, they are lenticular clouds, sundogs,
planets,
balloons,
rocket
or
balloons,
mirages.
UFOs.
First of all, the objects are not unidentified. We know what they are.
What are they then?
Second, in most cases, they're not flying. And finally, in many cases, they are not even material objects.
It's like a turtle.
A real flying saucer looks like this. An Avrocar, manufactured in Canada, being test flown in 1961.
Beautiful.
Or like this free-flying air-cushioned vehicle being flown by its inventor, Professor Paul Moeller, in 1965.
Fake.
But UFO sightings persist, and skeptics often become confirmed believers.
I've slowly come to the conclusion that there are such things as interplanetary spaceships. I have to stick my neck out and say that because I believe it at long last.
Psychiatrists often call these reported UFO sightings illusions, hallucinations, self-delusions.
I'm not saying that there aren't things in the sky that we don't know about. What I am saying is that when there's anything that one doesn't know about, then the mind fills it with a great mass of fantasy. And that most of what we're dealing with in these reports is almost certainly fantasy.
Is that right? Fact or fiction, myth, menace, or marsh gas. This is an age when scientific and technological developments are rapidly making yesterday's fiction fact. How much do we know, and how we know what we know, is what tonight's CBS Reports is all about.
I
CBS
thought I was going to say
Reports,
swamp gas then.
UFO. Friend, foe, or fantasy. Reported by CBS News correspondent Walter Cronkite.
Good evening. Reports of flying saucers are nothing new. From the beginning of recorded time, men have been seeing unexplainable things in the sky. And there's no reason to doubt they saw something. The question is, was what they saw really there? And what was it they really saw? The great flying saucer mystery of 1966 began here, near Dexter, Michigan, late in March. And before the month was out, flying saucers were being reported from New Jersey to California, from Colorado to Long Island, from Ohio to Georgia. Invariably, the first reports were brought in by quiet and sober citizens like Frank Mannor, father of 10 children, a countryman, a hunting man, a man used to wooded swamplands by night.
Well, first beginning, we were watching television, and we have 6 dogs here, and they started raising a fuss, in which they never do much. So I went outside and gave a yell at them, and as I turned around to come back on the porch, I looked to the north of me, and there looked like a fallen star radar. It was red and kind of coming down, and on about a 45. And so then I watched it, and I was going to see if it landed, and then maybe go down and see what it was. And when it got to the top of the trees, it stopped, and a blue and a white light come on it. And I looked at it, and I thought I was seeing things.
Frank Mannor's UFO remained over his swamp more than 4 hours. His children saw it, his in-laws saw it, residents of the area saw it, the police saw it. No one photographed it, but Sergeant Newell Schneider of the Sheriff's Office remembered it well enough to draw it.
But no pictures.
It moved very rapidly at any speed, or rather any direction it wanted to go. Why it could change and go to the right or the left or go crossways without hesitating a bit.
What do you think it was?
Well, if they call it a flying saucer, that's what it is.
40 miles away, another swampland and another UFO sighting. This is Hillsdale, and the girls at Hillsdale College had a night to remember.
Well, when I was looking out the window with binoculars, I guess it was about 12, I saw it, and I saw 2 red lights, and I saw what looked to be shaped like a pie. I could just see the front of it, and I just saw the round front, and I could see the lights on either side. And then the red light was sort of casting a glow over the whole thing, so it looked like a round disc.
At first, when I'd heard the other girls talk about it, I believed them, yet I couldn't really make myself comprehend it because I hadn't seen it with my own eyes. But then when I saw it, I just was fascinated. I wasn't afraid. I just wanted to stay there and keep my eyes glued to it. I couldn't leave.
I know I saw it, but, I mean, I know myself I saw it, but I believe I saw it, but I can't fathom it because it seems so unreal.
William Van Horn, Hillsdale's undertaker and civil defense director, also spotted the UFO and was out with his Geiger counter next day, checking a mysterious perfect circle where the UFO had been seen. Van Horn did not find any radioactivity here, but this did not shake his certainty that he had seen a hovering vehicle with 2 lights. Many people asked him why he did not go right up to the UFO in the dark.
Yeah. I'd much rather be a live coward than a dead hero. And with the area of uncertainty that we have here, how do I know but what maybe there's a current, a little electrical charge which is being radiated by one of these vehicles which would electrocute you if you got within a certain area of it. There was no sound whatsoever. I could not hear a bit of sound.
The Air Force sent its chief scientific consultant on UFOs, Professor J. Allen Hynek, to check the Michigan sightings. Dr. Hynek agreed that the good citizens of Michigan had seen something in the marshlands. He thought they had seen marsh gas.
I've had many, many letters pointing out that they, as children on the farm, had many experiences with swamp lights, and that this was obviously the thing that it was, and they couldn't understand why the people in Michigan got so excited over swamp lights. And the illusion of motion frequently is given by the fact that a little bit of swamp light appears here, it goes out, another one appears over here, that goes out, but the illusion as viewed from a distance is that the objects have moved back and forth. And sometimes this gas will gather into a ball and actually float away.
In Washington, a private unofficial group known as NICAP, National Investigations Committee on Aerial Phenomena, called a news conference, dismissed the swamp gas theory, and reopened an old argument with the Air Force. NICAP's director, Major Donald E. Kehoe, a retired Marine Corps officer, insisted that the Air Force knew more than it was telling.
We are being observed by some type of device which is ahead of us, far ahead of us, and is probably controlled by a highly advanced superior civilization. Now, this is a conclusion which I personally have stated and is shared by some members of our Board of Governors and advisors, not all of them. But it has reached to the point where many people in the Air Force have the same conclusion. In fact, the Air Force at one time had a top secret estimate that these things were interplanetary spaceships. So you will see that this, instead of being a subject for ridicule and a big joke, actually is a serious matter which could affect the lives of all of us.
And for the umpteenth time in as many years, the Air Force, called before a congressional committee, said it was hiding nothing. Air Force Secretary Harold Brown.
We have not been hiding anything. The investigations have been made public. The explanations of those where there is a clear explanation have been made public. The hearing this morning was public for just that reason. In those cases where, for lack of data or lack of a convincing hypothesis, the sighting has been kept in the unidentified category, we've been perfectly willing to say that too.
But if the Air Force had nothing to hide, Frank Mannor, the Michigan farmer who had brought in the first report, was caught in the middle. He was mad.
Well, you can look at here. Look, beer bottles thrown. Look at my windshield. What would you think if somebody was throwing beer bottles at your house, standing out in the middle of the road screaming, you nut, you're fanatic, and all that? What would you think?
Are you sorry now that you did tell people what you saw?
Yes, I am. I'm sorry because not that it's not the truth, but it's just the idea, the reaction of the people. They think you're a nut. Tell you the truth, that's just what they figure you are, and I'm not going to take it no more. I don't want nobody down in here. I just leave me alone. And if the thing lands right there by that pump, I'd never say a word.
I ain't telling you.
And he got out and talked to me. I wouldn't tell nobody.
Ain't it?
That's just the way I feel. I'm bitter and disgusted in the whole matter.
He does.
And if people's going to act like that, I hope one lands right in Ann Arbor, right in the middle of Detroit.
If flying saucers had become a painfully closed subject to Frank Mannor, they nevertheless remained an intriguing open subject to millions of his countrymen. UFOs.
I just got to say, Nick, I got to pause that one there.
Yeah,
that was sad. The hostility that he faced by coming forward. That he's saying now, if these things return, I ain't telling you.
This is 1960s, mate. A lot of stigma going on, because you got to think that UFO phenomena came out, like World War II, I guess, but it wasn't really in the public eye until the 1960s. TV shows, if you look through the pop culture. So it was still a laughing matter. No one took it seriously. But to throw bottles at the guy's car.
That's what I'm trying to say. I don't give a hoot what's going on with the mentality of people back then. But there's a certain way to act, and that is not good. And that man got every right if you're stepping up on his property for him to shoot you.
Yeah, so, exactly.
Hey,
Black Dot, nice to see you.
And this is probably why, like other cases, hearing how that man spoke, other cases they say, you know what, I don't want to go through that.
I mean, I would say that the guy was telling the truth, definitely telling the truth, because he seemed pissed off, didn't he? You can tell when someone's faking it to make it. But you can kind of tell that the guy was very, very upset with the way he's been treated, which is no need. I mean,
no need for that.
1960s.
No need for that. You skeptics out there. I know I know people ain't all like that, but that ain't no way to behave, man. That ain't no way.
Yeah.
That's all I wanted. That's all I wanted to point out, man.
Yeah.
It had been popularized here and abroad for almost 20 years. Ever since a pilot named Kenneth Arnold reported seeing some discs and said they looked to him the way saucers would if you skimmed them across water. As for the latest rash of UFO reports, a pioneer in rocketry and an early popularizer of interplanetary space travel, Dr. Willie Lay, thought he detected a reason.
Well, it is very typical that it's a rash, because if you get one report...
Okay, yeah, no shit. He's obviously German. I was going to swear then. He's obviously German, right? So Willie Lai, this is interesting about this guy. I talk about Vril. He mentioned a quote about the Vril Society. I have talked about that, and I never seen him in the flesh, and this is quite interesting to see. But this guy is a German rocket scientist that was brought over through Project Paperclip with all the German scientists, and just like Werner von Braun. Werner von Braun, I should say, his name, amongst thousands of them. But yeah, famous German rocket scientist.
There you go, guys. Ready?
Yep, go for it.
You get a clutch of other reports following it. It feeds on itself, and the main problem there is that the term flying saucer, or to go official about it, UFO, has produced a label. In the past, if somebody saw a streak of light in the sky, which he couldn't understand and which didn't interest him very much, well, he might have told his wife that he saw a streak of light. Most likely he didn't. But now that he has a label to put to it, he comes home and tells his wife, his children, his neighbors, the policeman on duty, and a few other people that he saw a flying saucer.
In the days to come, many more people will sight many more flying saucers. To some, these UFOs will be miracles. To others, real but unexplainable. To most scientists, natural phenomena. Some people will be fooled. Others will try to fool the rest. But a few will be expert observers, and their sightings will keep the controversy churning over whether vehicles from outer space are possible and whether indeed these vehicles already have arrived here. We turn to that part of the UFO story in a moment.
Here again is CBS News correspondent Walter Cronkite.
There are more things in heaven and earth, says Shakespeare's Hamlet, than are dreamt of in your philosophy. On the other hand, there may be less there than often meets the eye. The oceanographer and meteorologist Athelstan Spielhaus.
Should I?
In the very early times, people didn't understand the majestic.
Should I stop it there?
It's up to you. Keep it
Because I think now we're going off the topic.
Okay, mate. Well, we can always continue with this if needs to be. Let's have a little look what we got in here.
Haven't you correlated some the eyewitness accounts?
Believe it or not, there's only one, because everything that was taken from that documentary.
Really?
That was the only ones I could find. It was the only ones I can find, mate, on this case. We do have one here. J. Edwards Russell talks about 1966 Michigan UFO sighting from 1968. If you like to, Hidden.
Well, I'll ask the chat, man. Or should we save the rest of this to when we finish? Because I got a feeling we're going off track here.
Yeah.
Because he's starting to talk about underwater UFOs.
Yeah, for sure. Well, it's entirely up to you, mate.
But yeah, I'm with you. I believe that guy. Let's see the other witnesses.
Let's have a look.
Because now those girls, they're kind of saying, but I don't know about them girls. I think they saw something. No, I don't think they're making it up. I think it's kind of a group sighting where you're not looking at just lights. There's a ship. Can you see it? Can you see it? Oh yeah, but you can't really see it. So I
guess so.
Something about, I think they saw something.
Mm.
But I think they've had time to sit there and talk even while it was happening, they were talking amongst themselves.
Yeah.
So, and them being younger, and you get what I'm saying, easier influenced by each other.
Yeah.
So because a couple of them girls were a bit dodgy. I didn't see it till I saw it.
Well, the haircuts looked a bit dodgy, put it that way.
Yeah, but they weren't dishonest.
No, they sound legit. They do sound legit, for sure.
No, I mean their haircuts. They weren't dishonest haircuts. Right. We ready to go?
Yeah, let's do it. Let's have a look. I got the video up.
Yeah. Oh, I think I got to take. Never mind. There we go. Who's this guy?
Right. This guy is J. Edwards Russell.
Oh, I know him.
Symposium on UFOs. Congressman, do you believe UFOs are somebody else's spacecraft?
That's an AI
I
voice.
hesitate in answering the question only because of this. I don't know, but my imagination tells me that perhaps, just perhaps, there is something that would permit a man to travel faster than light. Perhaps there is something that would permit an intelligent form of life from another planet revolving around another star to make that long trip. A few years ago, I conducted a symposium here on Capitol Hill, and the participants of the symposium were scientists of some renown. They were scientists who had an interest in UFOs. And during the course of that symposium,
but is it a dishonest comb
purported
over?
to be UFOs.
One of the scientists who analyzed the photographs at Congressman Rausch's hearings was Dr. Robert M.L. Baker, Jr., who
Now
has
that is the
consented to
question.
evaluate for us 2 UFO films from the files of the Smithsonian Institute in Washington, D.C.
We see here the Montana 1950 film showing 2 bright objects taken by Nicholas Mariana of Great Falls, Montana. The
Got that
natural
on my channel.
phenomena that is often given as a source of these images is airplane reflections. Airplanes, unless moving at unrealistically high speeds, would have to be so close to the observer as to be identified as airplanes in order for them to portray the kind of motion seen on the film. I don't concede these images to be airplanes, airplane reflections, comets, or other well-understood natural phenomena.
We
don't know whether these are sophisticated weapons. Everyone denies that they are. Our own country denies that they are sophisticated weapons of this country.
This film was taken in 1952 by
Birds.
Delbert Newhouse, a Navy photographer, near Tremonton, Utah. He estimated that there were approximately a dozen metallic objects shaped like two saucers, one inverted on top of the other. The official explanation was that the objects were a flock of soaring gulls. But Dr. Baker had this to say.
Birds, such as gulls, simply don't make the kinds of accelerated turns at high speeds that were measured on the film. There also exists some meteorological data that would indicate that there were no updrafts that could have allowed the birds to maintain flight for long periods by simply spiraling.
It would be seem more likely to me that it is some natural phenomena or even possibly something from outer space.
People want to know what a UFO is, and therefore, any chance that we have to learn, we should take advantage of it. When you tell an American, I can't explain it, he wants to know, why can't you explain it? Why doesn't someone explain it? I want someone to explain it. And I think that kind of pressure is going to change the view of many government officials and members of Congress in the future. I think the people should be told. I think there's nothing which is more frightening than to be confronted with something that is new, and particularly in this area. And through knowledge, we can perhaps relieve the fears of a lot of people. I want to know. I should know. I deserve to know. And this curiosity which I have and which is whetted by the various sightings is such that I want to pursue it, just as I think the great majority of the American people would like to pursue the question in order to come to the place where they have an answer.
I just created a $47 ebook in 3 minutes.
Oh no!
Good for you. I'm glad she created an ebook.
That's how I got one more video here. Hold on.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I don't know. I mean, the swamp gas is a good explanation, but if you believe my man, it was there for a few hours.
I understand the concept of swamp gas appearing in one area and then going out and appearing at another, or probably two simultaneously. But the idea that this gas would float up in the air to a certain altitude, gas eventually just evaporates. I think Slim Yin, you were saying that the fact that this was methane gas, which is obviously makes sense, isn't it? Probably other gases involved with that. But for it to, I would imagine if it went up, it would be like a rocket, something quite fast, not like a big orb, sucker blood, so sort of going up. Do you know what I mean?
Like a rocket balloon.
I'll tell you what. Have I got a thing here? Hold on a minute. Key visuals. There we go. So I have a rocket balloon.
Rocket balloon.
Is that working?
See?
Oh, brilliant.
The rocket balloon. I'm just gonna. Oh, I'm just waiting for the next one. That's me.
Oh, sorry. It's there. It's there.
Oh, there it is.
Look at that. I'm keeping that up. That's brilliant. Oh, it's hilarious. It's there, mate. It's in the corner. Click it on the thingy.
Oh, I was just looking at your background. That's what I was on about.
Mate, that's an authentic flying saucer. It's called the wedding cake flying saucer. Do you like it?
Like it as much as I like his famous photographs of the dinosaurs. That was good too.
That's the best, mate. That is the best.
That's my favorite. And he did it all with one arm. See, I told you that was better.
Oh, sorry. I'm not. I'm at a giggle, mate. Sorry.
Reports of flying saucers are nothing new. From the beginning of recorded time, men have been seeing unexplainable things in the sky.
We should have
And
led
there's no
with
reason
your
to
video.
doubt they saw something. The question is, was what they saw really there? And what was it they really saw? The great flying saucer mystery of 1966 began here, near Dexter, Michigan, late in March. And before the month was out, flying saucers were being reported from New Jersey to California, from Colorado to Long Island, from Ohio to Georgia. Invariably, the first reports were brought in by quiet and sober citizens like Frank Mannor, father of 10 children, a countryman, a hunting man.
We saw this, mate. Yeah.
A loving man.
Look at this.
Off is a swamp gas.
Project Even former president and current Michigan U.S. congressman at the time, Gerald Ford, wanted better answers than what the Air Force was giving.
If you really believe in flying saucers, you've called for a congressional investigation. Dave, we've had several incidents in Michigan in the last week. Incidents that many reliable, good citizens felt were sufficient to justify some action by our government, and not the kind of flippant answer that was given by the Air Force, where they passed it off as a swamp gas.
Project Blue Book, headquartered at Wright-Patterson Air Force Base, Ohio, was terminated December 17, 1969. Of a total of 12,618 sightings reported to Project Blue Book, 701 still remain unidentified. UFO sightings are one of the most consistent, unanswerable questions in the world, as sightings still occur every day. Your hometown, Dexter, Michigan, was home to one of the most unanswerable questions. With all of the evidence stacked up, even you should truly evaluate what you truly believe about alternative life forms. I'm Cameron LaFontaine from thesquall.com. Thanks for watching.
That was pretty good.
Nice one, man. Nice one.
Yeah, it was a good video. Yeah, I thought I had that one saved somewhere. But all in all, mate, I'm going to be honest with you. I've been looking for sort of videos on this in regards of anything quite decent. I couldn't really find anything. No disrespect to the people that's made videos on it, but like in terms of old tapes showing this sighting, it's not a lot, mate. It's not a lot.
Yeah, I think because Walter Cronkite covered it, it just stuck with them.
Yeah. If you want to play that rest of that documentary, mate, you're more than welcome to. I am trying to find a new photograph. You have to admit, mate, that picture I got from my background, Billy Myers flying saucer. Pretty good though. I mean, if you really look at it, like the car, I feel like the weatherman here. Can you see my hand? If you look at the car compared to the actual flying saucer itself, the contrast doesn't make sense. Like, even the distance of the trees. Sorry, I didn't mean to turn it to Billy Meyer, but I always found that photograph. People say that's as real. It's like, you have to be kidding me. Do you know what I mean? Hidden thinks it's real.
I like it, man. I like it.
I do. I like it as well. So right here, the weather is quite cloudy, but we have this flying saucer that kind of looks what Bob Lazar is saying here. Two in focus, yeah. I guess so. But I would say A for effort, mate. A for effort.
Just one arm. You did this all with one arm.
Yeah, but didn't his wife eventually come forward and say that he
Oh,
faked
Billy,
it?
he faked having one arm.
No, no. That's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about this, the flying saucer, the wedding cake.
Yeah, he upped the ante.
What else can I pull up? Yeah, there's always one flying saucer sticking out of a tree.
That's good though. I like that one.
For the time, it was pretty damn good. I'm going to be honest with you. Like I say, A for effort. A for effort. There's one I do love. Where is it?
Don't hate the player, hate the game.
Exactly, mate. Oh, I thought I had it. Where the bloody hell is it?
Right. I'm about rolled up, so.
Billy, is that it there?
I don't.
Okay.
I don't know about that one. I mean, too many people said they saw a craft. Because the cops said they saw a craft now.
Well, for Michigan.
Yeah. And I'm just coming to a conclusion because I think if we play the rest of the DVD, that video, which I think looks pretty cool.
Yeah.
But I'm just trying to say I think Heineck came in. He comes back from Blue Book and then he's trying to sell us swamp gas. The cops said they saw a disc-shaped object come over them.
Yeah. This is it. You've got to go by the witnesses and what their accounts are. Now, I would admit, not to sound like Project Blue Book or on that side of the committee, but there can be a logical explanation back then because they're obviously a committee. So Project Blue Book, we all know it was set up to really disband and disregard UFO sightings,
It was just
gas, seagulls, rocket balloons,
disinformation effort.
Yeah, exactly. So,
but see, then what's more interesting is when you go back to the Farmington Armada. Just not even a mention of that in it.
Yeah, it's disregarding a lot of. Hey, Moody, how's it going, man? Yes, I am wearing Billy Myers bottle or hat. Looks like a Mexican hat. But yeah, nice to see you, mate. Nice to see you. This is it. We need to analyze what people are saying in regards of this UFO sighting, and I think people. It's like many cases we dealt with, mate. Is the fact that they've some witnesses definitely did see something, didn't they? There you go, Moody. Here's another one. You want the wedding cake one? There's one for you, mate. But you can see with the witnesses, there's definitely a correlation there. And I think at the time, for the 1960s, we know what Project Blue Book organization was. It's just basically there to disband. I can't think of the bloody word. Disregard, poo away UFO sightings as,
Well, I think it was set up for more because they're there gathering all the information. They've got a lot of people giving them information, even the military. And debunk. That's the word. Was that the word you was looking for? Debunk.
Yeah.
Debunk all UFO sighting.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
That wasn't me, John Stokes. John Stokes, thank you. Because I couldn't think of it myself. I just always thought, well, it was a disinformation setup because, again, that's why it made me think of Farmington because Farmington didn't even pop up in that. They really hit that because I think if they got Blue Book, they got Black Book. That's the one we're not hearing about. Do you get what I mean? This ain't a Blue Book case. This is a Black Book case, and that's where something happened. But again, also that was never mind.
You make sense. You make sense because where we are at the moment with these UFO files, Tim Burchett saying the government's being blocked by a 3-letter agency. So again, you're talking about the the black files, I mean, that's where it is. That's where it is. It's just been hidden from us.
I just made that up. I don't know. It's just the way I'm looking at things now, and how we're delving into when Blue Book set up, because we're going back to really the beginning of all these agencies that were set up. Crash Retrieval Agency. We've done some shows on some sightings. That's the first time that this was even mentioned. You know, I think that was the Aztec sighting, was when they were laying down things to get the vehicles there to retrieve whatever came down.
Yes, actually rings a bell. Actually, yeah, I see what you're saying.
So I think there was a cover-up going on. I think these people, they all can't be wrong. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, to be honest with you, I think, like you're saying, the organization involved was very shady. Is a bit like Arrow, today's day and age, when you look at it. Do you know what I mean?
It's a bit like all of them. It's a bit like all of them. If they're not shady, they're in it for the money. Look at To the Stars Academy.
What a joke that was. What an absolute joke.
That was just set up to get their 13 million and write a book that they sell nothing for free. So you can't, you know, you can trust him though. He's cool. What's his name? Michael Horn?
Yeah, Michael Horn.
Yeah, he's all right, man. I like him. He's a good old boy.
Oh, he looks like an alien. No offense, but yeah. Oh, we've got to have a laugh here. Come on.
No offense to the aliens, or no offense to Michael Horn.
Both. Go on,
The
a bit
outer
of sympathy
limits.
for Michael Horn. Actually, I've been watching Michael Horn's presentation on Billy Meyer. It's immensely fascinating. There you go. Outer Limits, that's it. I can't think of the name. Yeah.
He's a cool dude, man. I'm telling you. He's a cool dude.
Oh, dear.
I chatted with him on 3 occasions, man. He's a cool dude, man.
Yeah, until you upset him. And
Well,
then it's
that's it. But he's still cool with me. I know he's pissed off with Ollie. He's cool with me.
Yeah, I've seen videos and I'm just like, I don't
Well,
think I could, mate.
the whole thing about it, yeah, is I don't know if you know this, yeah, but there was a court case. Do you know about this court case that they took out? Some Swedish people took out a court case on him. They're basically saying he's a fraud, and they won. I can't tell you. I don't know the ins and outs. I can't remember the ins and outs.
Right.
But from when this guy went to court for being a fraud, do any of you guys in the chat remember this? I think it's from way back when, man.
Right.
I know.
Okay.
Are you looking it up, or are you just looking for more things to put in the back?
No. I'm sure look for it.
I was just wondering because I heard that.
That was me. That was me.
I'm sure it was a group of Swiss people took him to court. And,
Yeah, I'm putting Billy Meyer's court case, and nothing's really coming up as such. Is it to do with Michael Horn?
No, it's got nothing to do with Michael Horn. Michael Horn in this is actually a nice guy who believes Billy Myers. That's all he is, and he's Billy Myers' mouthpiece. That's all he is. He believes Billy Myers.
Yeah, clearly.
That's all it is. But that doesn't make him a bad guy. It just makes him believe what he wants to believe.
Yeah, I guess so.
You know?
I guess so. I've got no grubs against the guy because I never met him. So who am I to judge? Cheers, everyone.
No, that's all I'm just trying. You don't have to like what the man's representing, but he's a nice guy. He ain't representing anything wrong, I suppose. I mean, we all said, yeah, we like this picture. We have a little giggle at Billy Myers.
Is Billy Meyer part of a cult? I thought that's all disbanded, mate. You know, he's getting on. He's still alive, mate.
I know. Yeah, because you look it up the other day.
Yeah. Crazy, isn't it? Is he still got a following?
I don't
Shame
know.
that the Palladians haven't come back. I mean, look, come on. I bought a book that's worth God knows how much, all to do with the Palladians. Or is that a focus? There you go.
Yeah, there you go, guys. It's Billy Myers. You can't show any other books but Billy Meyer books.
There we go. I find it fascinating. Look, there's one thing with Billy Meyer. You got to take this into consideration. He is part of UFO lore.
That's it.
And you just can't ignore it. You got to talk about it. You know, even his faults and all that. It's part of you. And I'm going to be honest with you, Hidden. These type of photographs, like for instance, we'll bring another one up here. You know, like that one there. Beautiful.
That's cool.
Is a beautiful flight, and this is quite nostalgic for me because I was obsessed by Billy Meyer's video footage and photographs when I was a kid. And obviously my thoughts have changed now, but like I said, A for effort.
Yeah.
A for effort.
Yeah. Does you get where I'm at? Thank you.
Yeah, mate.
That's why I always laugh. I don't see the thing in getting mad about it. You might feel like he robbed you because when you was young and didn't know, you thought, wow, yeah, look at this guy. He's caught all these UFOs. I get that.
Yeah.
I was kind of disheartened when we were looking at the Gulf Breeze one. I was, honestly, because I remember that one. Excuse me, I have to use the toilet. Sorry.
Okay. Yeah, go for it. Let's bring some Gulf Breeze pictures. Go on then. UFOs. I mean, what's interesting about Gulf Breeze, and I have to admit, is not the fact that Ed Walter was in a towel with his fist up at a UFO, but there was actually UFO sightings in Gulf Breeze at the time in America, and you just have to take that in consideration because there were actually video footage of this craft. Now, when I'm talking about craft, I'm talking about, because Hidden's buggered off, this. Look at that. Okay, so the craft you can see to my right has hold on. Oh no, I'm covering it up. It has a laser beam coming out of it. And I know for a fact, kind of a bit like the same for the same for Billy Meyer as well. You know, his model was found and it resembles it doesn't quite match up to the photographs, the original photographs. In fact, we might do like a recap on Gulf Breeze at some point. But like I said, there were actually UFO sightings in the time in Gulf Breeze. Let's see if I can bring up another one. There's the classic one. Here's another one. Oh, I didn't do it. Okay, fair enough. Screw that then. Let's bring up another one. Let's have a look. Oh yeah, the classic one, the car on the road, which is okay, cool. Okay, it should work hopefully.
I know.
Hello.
The lamp.
Oh, it's not working. Yay.
Right.
All right.
So what should we do? Should we play the rest of the video then?
Yeah, mate. Let's do it. Let's have a look. Ah, there it is. I thought I found it.
Before I press something. There we go. Hopefully they are angels coming to save mankind from ourselves. That ain't gonna happen.
That's the model.
Oh, good night. Model for what? The Gulf breeze.
Oh, see you, Slimyan. All the best, mate. Yeah, actually kind of looking like it. But the windows look a bit odd.
No, I think it was right what the guy said. It's a reflection of a lamp. Lantern.
Really? I don't think so, because it had a glow. Ah, yeah, but the glowing bottom looks a bit odd, mate. I don't think so. Let's have a look. Yeah, look. If you have a look, actually, come to think about it, it kind of does look like it, doesn't it? Yeah, but how did they manage to take the Polaroid picture that was given to him by MUFON? And I think MUFON was... No, they weren't there at the time. Saw that in the road. That's not the original photograph. I'll tell you what the visual photograph looks like. I shall show you now.
I'm lighting up.
You're lighting up. Sorry for the silence. It's just... I think we had a very unplanned show today. I think we didn't realise how much content there was for this. But I'll show you what the actual original photograph looks like. Okay, I'll tell you what. Let's get rid of that. I'm just screwing around here.
Yeah.
Okay. So if you have a look at that picture.
Yeah, I'm putting it up on big screen. Oops,
yeah,
no.
go for it.
There we go. I gotta be careful.
Okay, right. So it says here, light blast and enhance for details. So they actually lit this up.
Oh yeah, I remember this. The guy in the towel.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, where is he? There he is.
Hey, come and get me.
Yeah, I'm ready for you, buddy. But it looks like there's a light underneath, doesn't it? I have to admit. But where's that original one? Because what people don't realise is that I just looked up and I just saw me. I was shocked. Hey, John, how's it going, mate? And DP Cooper, nice to see you, brother. Oh, there it is. There it is. Okay, bring me up bigger. Let me show you.
There we go.
Okay, right. Check this out. Sorry for the glare of the light. So the bottom picture is what was in the background. Okay, the flying saucer over the road. Okay, but that's the lit up version. This is the original one. Check this out. Sorry for the glare. I'm trying to get it right. Oh my god.
Right there, right there.
Yeah. So you can see there, basically, it's nothing like the bottom picture because he lit that up. So that's easy to fake, I reckon. A lot of people don't realise that. So there we go. And you can see the photograph on the left here. That's the original on the top, and that's the lit up version.
See those three now, they look like they're ceiling lights. They look like lights hanging from a string.
Looks like it. Yeah, I guess so. So a lot of people don't realise that I mean, yeah, it just looks like, do you know what I mean? It kind of looks quite fake. So yeah, the Gulf Breeze sighting. Me and Hidden have done an episode on the Gulf Breeze sighting. And this is my signed version, my signed copy from Ed Walters and his wife by Pride and Joy. There you go. Yeah, but go check out our episode we did on Gulf Breeze sighting. Yeah, but I think we established it was pretty much fake and gay, didn't we?
I think we did. Yeah. Especially well, with the Walters being involved. Not saying that they're fake, but the Warrens, the Warrens, that's who, never mind.
Ed Walters. I think what happened, mate, this is the scenario. There was a bunch of UFO sightings that happened in Florida Gulf Breeze at the time, from the late 80s and 90s. From the early 90s, I should say. It's true, we got video footage of it. And it was big in Florida at the time. But I think what actually happened, Ed Walters was like, should we do like an Amityville horror style situation where we actually fake an encounter? Because that's the first book. The second book is when he was abducted by aliens. I haven't got the second book because it's so outlandish, but that is like the main. And it sounds like a comic book. If you really, because I'm going to be doing a recap on that on Alien Addict, and if you read through it, it sounds like a comic book. It's hilarious. It's quite laughable, especially with him in a towel with his fist in the air. Yeah.
All right, we ready for the rest of that documentary?
Yeah, go for it, because I'm rambling.
Well, okay. So we're just going to start where we left off. Thank you. Well, what the hell's going on? Oh,
dear.
What the hell, man?
Cut me off the screen.
Oh man,
I feel like that car that got pelted by bottles.
Yeah.
That guy.
Abused,
mate.
Okay, let's take two. We'll get there, man. We'll get there.
Jeez.
That happened last week as well. So you're in good company.
Oh, that's all right.
Okay, this guy, he's going to talk about underwater UFOs. So let's hear what they were saying in 1966, yes? USOs.
Cool. USOs, let's do it.
Kind of catastrophes of nature. If a volcano blew its head and destroyed a village, primitive people used to think of it as some enlarged monster, some enlargement of a thing that was familiar to them, like a wild animal or something. In other words, they interpreted this ununderstandable, rather fearsome thing in terms of their present knowledge, primitive as it was. From there, you get into medieval time, sort of resurgence of mysticism and religious fervor. And I suppose if people saw unexplained things in the sky in those days, they explained them as miracles. Well, then you get to today, and we're on the brink of interplanetary travel. And so we begin to see things in the sky again that we can't understand or can't explain immediately. So we explain them again with this sort of colossal egotism of man at his present time. We explain them in terms of our latest ability, namely on the brink of space travel, these must be spaceships.
But then only a few years ago, this would have been called an optical illusion, or it might have been called a miracle. But a man being powered through the air without benefit of plane or balloon is today a reality. Tomorrow, he may even be a traffic problem.
Not at all.
There are jets that can rise straight up and then hover, like this British Hawker P-1127.
Yep, British.
The French also have experimented in this field. This is the Balzac, not a UFO. The Germans also are doing it. This is the EWR. Here it comes in for a landing. EWR, not UFO.
Vertical landing takeoff.
The American XV-5A, built by Ryan, not only flies straight up and down, it also flies sideways and backwards.
British.
Northrop's wingless M2F2, otherwise known as the flying bathtub, is NASA's lifting reentry body. Half plane, half spacecraft, landing like a conventional jet without power. Another wingless piece of airborne hardware is this lunar landing research vehicle at NASA's Research Center, looking more like a giant flying ant that might have come out of a Martian comic book. It will be used when we get to the moon. Small wonder that laymen seeing such things in newspapers, aviation, and trade journals, as well as in newsreels and on television, are ever more ready to believe anything. For if these are real, then others, more incredible, are most probably being tested in secret. However, all these vehicles operate within the laws of physics and aerodynamics, even though they may give the appearance of operating outside the laws of nature. But ufologists still insist there is more to it than this. And so there is.
Awesome.
At England's Victoria and Albert Museum, CBS correspondent Frank Kern spoke to aeronautical historian Charles Harbord Gibbs Smith.
My position now, I think, is that I believe that about 5% of these things are interplanetary. That is, they come to us from a world outside our planetary system, and that some of them are in fact inhabited by intelligent beings of some kind, and some look as if they're remotely controlled. After all, who really do we think we are? We're a fifth-rate, miserable, measly little system out on the edge of the Milky Way, fooling around the universe with 4,000 or 5,000 years of so-called civilization behind us. We think we are the cat's whiskers, and we are not. We're a potty, second-rate lot. Fifth-rate lot, conceited as apes, not all of us. And here we go, and the moment anybody suggests that something should come in outside from outside, we think, oh, no, it can't be that, it can't be that. It's quite out, you know, these things can't happen. And I think we're all, I do it myself, we're all thinking medievally.
What convinces you more than anything else?
The evidence of the men that have seen them, and primarily the behavior and descriptions of the objects themselves, which do not fit really any other explanation. And the Oldfield sighting, this thing, which will become very famous, where a couple who live in a cottage outside Manchester took their first airline journey, and they had aboard a little film, a little cine camera, and they take pictures down of the fields as a couple would the first time they've ever been in an airplane. And she takes what she thinks is an airplane coming up from behind them, and then it goes out of vision in about 12 seconds or thereabouts. And she goes on taking a few more bits of the distant clouds and puts it back. And when they get, what's this thing? I mean, it's inexplicable by any...
What do you think, man?
That, I can actually bring up this site in itself. I can't remember what it was. I don't know. But yeah,
I'm playing that again. So that looks really cool, especially for that age.
Takes what she thinks is an airplane coming up from behind them, and then it goes out of vision in about 12 seconds or thereabouts. And she goes on taking a few more bits of that.
I think personally, it might be a reflection, because if you look right at the end, it morphs in.
Yeah, it goes into a center.
Yeah,
you could say it's just leaving it's created a wormhole and just.
All right, Ashton Forbes, calm down. But I would say that's reflection. That's horrible. I do apologize. No one should be called that. I'm sorry. But yeah, go back to the beginning. Sorry,
take it back.
Bashing you on this one.
Yeah. Leave me alone, man. I did you nothing. How dare you call me that? You might as well call me Suck It, Chris, and be done.
Takes what she thinks is an airplane coming up from behind them, and then it goes out of vision in about 12 seconds or thereabouts. And she goes on taking a few more bits of the distant clouds and puts it back. And when they get, what's this thing? I mean, it's inexplicable by any, unless it's a straight fake. And to fake an 8mm film in color wants a lot of equipment. And who on earth are this charming couple? What would they be doing, lending themselves to faking these things? It is nothing airborne we've ever seen.
How you doing?
I mean, it is basically sausage shaped with 2 dorsal and 2 ventral fins.
Yeah.
And as you look at this film, it turns away on its vertical axis from you and disappears out that way.
Douche.
Well, I mean, you can argue until you're blue in the face. What is it
Sure, you're
except
blue in the
something
face.
that is airborne by a force, probably electrogravitic force of some kind that we know nothing whatever about.
Or rather.
It is nothing conventional. It is nothing unconventional aerodynamically. There's no single piece of earth-borne equipment of any kind that can look and behave like that.
Here.
The old fields, indeed, had not faked anything.
Yep.
But the UFO in their film soon proved explainable. A few days later, an enterprising BBC cameraman took a similar camera, sat in the same seat, and filmed the same English countryside. The same UFO hovered into view, went through the same maneuvers, and disappeared into itself the same way. The UFO turned out to be the reflection of the tail section of the plane itself. The refraction of light in the Earth's atmosphere is capable of fooling both the human eye and the camera lens. And that thin, life-giving envelope of atmosphere sets apart the spaceship Earth from its sister planets as it spins about the sun at 66,000 miles per hour.
Here's the math.
One of the problems connected with man's flight through this environment derives from the law of physics governing objects moving at high speeds through the ocean of air. Aircraft moving at high speeds pierce the air compressed before the plane's wing. A shock wave results. It's become known as a sonic boom. And even today's comparatively slow-flying military jets alarm some citizens and run up bills for the Defense Department each year from the effect of these shock waves on populated areas. Question: why have no UFOs ever created an identical phenomenon when they're reported moving at speeds far in excess of jet planes, as this film made by Mrs. Madeline Rotifer in 1965 purports to show? Further, if the laws of nature prevent jet aircraft from abruptly changing direction without breaking up aircraft and passengers, why would a UFO be exempt from the same effect at greater speeds? The answer of most scientists is that we are not dealing with material objects from outer space at all, but with lights, reflections, and natural phenomena. Former director of the Harvard Observatory, now a member of the Smithsonian, Professor Donald H. Menzel.
Many people looking up into the sky can see a bright object on the horizon. They think that this object is a UFO, when actually, as we scientists know, it can be an effect of the Earth's atmosphere, that through a layer of hot air that is entrapped above a layer of cold air near the ground, we get an effect which we call a mirage. Now, to demonstrate this, I have a sort of a Earth's atmosphere in this jar. This is a layer of benzene, which is a very high index of refraction, and it acts like a layer of cold air. And I am now putting on top of it, floating on it, a layer of acetone, which is a layer of liquid of lesser refractive index. It acts like a layer of hot air. On the screen, we will see a bright light that's being projected from the ground level here and passing through the acetone on the benzene. And now we will turn out the lights. And you see on the screen that the bright spot of light that was originally traversing this artificial atmosphere and appeared at the top of the screen gradually dims. And a line of colored light streams out down below this spot. And finally, the spot near the top of the screen disappears, and we see instead a beautifully colored and rapidly moving spot. The colors are due to refraction. The red color sometimes is attributed to the presence of a rapidly moving jet. The blue color is sometimes interpreted as motion toward the observer. It's all an effect of a mirage. And yet, this has been reported again and again by experienced pilots who have thought that they were being attacked by a UFO from outer space.
No.
This is a type of sundog. Ice crystals in an otherwise transparent atmosphere reflect light from the sun, and it produces a saucer-shaped body that can maneuver, rush in toward the plane, or sometimes move rapidly away as the density of ice crystals thins out. There are brilliant meteors, the shooting stars that flash through the sky. There are many cases on record where a pilot and a co-pilot have seen the identical flare in front of their plane, and one of them has pulled up the plane abruptly in an attempt.
Now, even in such a good documentary, I'm glad you guys can see how retarded they are. Oh my God!
Yeah.
What? There
Thing
was
is,
no. Go on.
This is 1960s, mate. They're still talking about, swamp gas, like we've been talking about for this episode. They are making Occam's fripping razor, mate. Do you know what I mean? The easiest explanations.
There was even the easiest explanation. There was no need for that guy to do what he just did. There was no need. It served no point, no purpose, other than just trying to dumb people up. That was just completely. That's why I was like, "What is this about?"
I know that explains flying saucers. Like, no,
it explains nothing. He's talking. Then to end it off by saying that military pilots have seen this and believe that they were being attacked by UFOs. Really, you had to put that in to make your bullshit more credible. Oh man, even in 1966 they were trying it on with this crap. It's unreal. Yeah. It's unreal. I'm just glad that probably like a lot of us has understood how reflection works, and you can get this effect with any substance.
Yeah. It's true.
And I left that comment up about what was in our atmosphere. You know what I mean? It is so retarded now. But anyways, let's get back to this foolishness now. Let's hear what these guys got to say. I'm sorry, man. That was awful what that guy did.
I agree.
There was no need. There was absolutely no need. It served no purpose. Other than to confuse, and then just to try and say here's an element of truth, because Air Force pilots have reported this.
This is it, mate. It's again stupid explanations.
To maneuver to miss it, when actually the other pilot claimed that it was an object 70 or 100 miles away, which actually it was.
In addition to mirages in the atmosphere, many physical objects in the air have been taken for saucers, like this translucent balloon that can carry instruments up to 100,000 feet. Birds, kites, pieces of paper, and the planets have often been claimed as UFOs. But a little bit of logic goes a long way for those who wish to be persuaded, as we shall see in a moment.
How dare you?
Here again is CBS Reports UFO, friend, foe, or fantasy.
Saucer fans are often devoted readers of science fiction. Much of it is written by highly respected scientists. On an even more popular level, the comic book adventures of Flash Gordon confirm saucer buffs in the plausibility of their beliefs. But all is not peaceful on the planet Earth, because the saucer addicts are divided into cults, groups, and sects that range from the skeptical sighters who hope there is a logical answer to the true believers who feel sure the answer is being covered up by the military establishment. Perhaps the farthest out group is made up of the contactees. They have met, talked to, or even ridden with visitors from outer space. Here at Giant Rock in California's high desert country, one of the pioneer contactees, George Van Tassel, talked to CBS News correspondent Bill Stout.
We're riding on a electrostatic magnetic ship right now on the Earth, doing 66,000 miles an hour right now in an orbit around the sun, and we're all astronauts in that respect.
Have you ever gone up close enough to touch one to see what was inside?
Bill, in August the 24th of 1953, I went aboard one for about 20 minutes.
What was it like? What happened?
Well, the interior walls were what looked like mother of pearl plastic, like we put on toilet seats and for decoration. The light inside seemed to come from everywhere. The instrument panel wasn't like anything I'd ever seen before, and all of my years since 1927 in the air game. And they had a compartment in the wall which both cleans and deodorizes their clothes by some light process, which required no water, soap, or detergents, or a washing machine.
Giant Rock, for the last 10 years, has been the Plymouth Rock of the saucer age. Saucer conventions were meeting here as far back as the pre-astronaut era of black and white television. But the contactees' storyline was the same, then as now.
Howard, would you tell us in your own words about your trip to Venus, how it started?
Well, as I say, it started first with a very decided tingling all over my body.
Okay.
This tingling finally extended to the mind area, and there was a clarification of mind, such as it's hard to believe. I seem to become one with the entire universe.
Ask it again.
In the Valhalla of interplanetary contactees, the late George Adamski is regarded by his followers as something of a Christopher Columbus among outer space voyagers.
And you talked to him, you asked him?
I have, more or less on gestures and mental telepathy, as it is known thought transfer.
He does not speak. I mean,
he didn't at the time, but I have met him since, and he does speak very well English as well as any other language.
George Adamski was successful in attracting many disciples with film like this. He called it a spaceship from Venus. His critics call it a crude hoax. This film was obtained from one of Adamski's disciples, Mrs. Madeline Rotifer, who has made her own UFO film and who credits Adamski with an assist in her first contact with Venusians.
Some of them have even been to our home. And the day that the one came into the yard, which I filmed on the camera, there were 3 inside the ship.
Major Kehoe and his NICAP organization have little regard for the likes of contactees, Rotifer and Adamski. They lean heavily on the testimony of professionals.
According to the United States Air Force, in following a policy which is set probably fairly high in the Pentagon, there are about 250 or 300 extremely incompetent airline and military pilots in this country. They're carrying passengers. They fly across the oceans.
Blah, 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 blah.
And they seem to be quite safe. The airlines let them continue to fly, even though they have reported UFOs. Now, this is not an attack on the Air Force spokesman or the project spokesman. They are simply following orders to explain away all UFO sightings as quickly as possible when they become public, and deny that UFOs really exist.
The official Air Force reply has long been that there is no cover-up and there are no flying saucers from outer space. The Air Force position was detailed in this book by Lieutenant Colonel Lawrence Tacker, who for many years was connected with the UFO project.
We're kind of in the position of the man who's asked, have you stopped beating your wife? This has been going on for 19 years. The charges are absolutely untrue. You could characterize them as being senseless and vicious. Our critics continually charge that the United States Air Force is withholding information from the general public on this subject. This is absolutely untrue. We are not hiding anything. We have nothing to hide. There is nothing in Air Force files, in either the classified files or the unclassified files, that come to a conclusion that spaceships have visited the Earth.
The Air Force Investigative Unit is known as Project Blue Book. UFO reports, hoax or serious sightings, wind up here at Wright-Patterson Airfield in Dayton, Ohio. It has studied over 10,000 UFO sightings and found explanations for most of them. But about 650 remain unidentified. Not enough information to explain them. The hoaxes, however, are easy to explain. A rocket nose cone turns out to be a magnesium anode used by water companies to protect their pipes. A rock from outer space, actually fused by a high-tension line which shorted out. The finders said this was food from outer space. The Food and Drug Administration analyzed it as old-fashioned buckwheat cakes. Hoaxes are easy to discount, but the Air Force insists it treats serious reports seriously. Chief Scientific Consultant of Project Blue Book is Professor J. Allen Hynek, head of the Dearborn Observatory at Northwestern University. He took on the assignment 18 years ago. He talked with Joseph Wershba of CBS Reports.
Is it in the realm of possibility that there are spaceships someplace in this universe?
Well, if you put it in the word, use the word possibility and not probability, then I would have to say, I think as any scientist would have to say, it is certainly possible, yes. But I think we must always distinguish between the two terms possible and probable. A thing may be scientifically possible, but the probability of its occurring may be extremely small, you see. To this time, there is no proof that I would consider valid scientific proof that we have been visited by spaceships. I would say the great majority are balloons, meteors, satellites, aircraft seen with the sun glinting off of them,
and rocket balloons,
and birds. And then you get into a host of minor things. But in general, you can say that the IFOs, the identified ones, have turned out to be generally quite usual things seen under unusual circumstances or surprising circumstances. It's a global thing. What it is, please don't ask me. I'm still puzzled. You might call me a study in puzzlement. But that among the tremendous noise or static or crud or whatever you want to call it of tremendous number of unreliable reports that are easily explained, there is this residue of most interesting cases that intrigue me in the same way that a good mystery story intrigues me. And I'd like to get the solution. I don't think it is space people, although I would be delighted if it turned out that way, because as an astronomer, I think it would make astronomy even more interesting than it is. And as far as the Air Force is concerned, I can't speak for them, of course, but I should imagine that if the existence of spacecraft were really established, it would really increase the appropriations of the Air Force.
But how do you answer the people who are pretty competent, careful, cautious, probing people, pilots, radar trackers?
Those are particularly the people that I like to talk to, because they understand what angular rates are, they understand scientific terminology. I can ask them, what was the altitude and azimuth when you first saw it? What was its azimuth and altitude when it disappeared? What was its angular acceleration? They can give you an intelligent answer to a thing like that.
What is your answer to the people who are sure there are spaceships and they say that you and the Air Force are in cahoots?
Well, first of all, this business about being in cahoots is just simply a downright falsehood. And if they insist that space vehicles exist, I say, oh, fine, the burden of proof is on you.
How thin is the dividing line between science and science fiction? What do we know of outer space? Is there anyone out there? And are they headed our way? That part of the story in a moment.
CBS reports UFO, friend, foe, or fantasy, continues with Walter Cronkite.
Much of science, when we look at it close up, looks like fiction. Those who charge a conspiracy as being carried on by scientists and the military to cover up visitations from outer space use that charge to explain why no UFOs have been reported by our space defense system. Well, this is a dangerous game, like yelling fire in a crowded theater. For in this hydrogen bomb and missile age, the Air Force has the job of turning the unidentified into identified objects in a matter of moments. There's no time for theory and conjecture, because any unidentified object would sound warning klaxons around the world. Thousands of people would have to know about it instantly. It's literally true that what we don't know could kill us. CBS News correspondent Bill Stout reports from Colorado Springs.
This is where they watch everything that flies over or close to North America. The Combat Operations Center for NORAD, the North American Air Defense Command. Thousands of items of information pour in here from radar stations, outposts, ships, and aircraft scattered all across the hemisphere. Data that's sorted and displayed on this screen. All routine flights, commercial and private, are filtered out. Those of special interest to air defense are shown as arrows. Yellow is the Strategic Air Command. Green is for special interest flights, such as President Johnson's plane. Orange is unknown. After they're identified, that color is changed. Red is hostile, a color used so far only in practice. All this and much more goes into the decisions that are made right here in this room. a 24-hour watch kept by men of the Air Force, Army, Navy, and Canada. They see everything that's in the sky. They have to. And one of them is Captain Gary Reese, an Air Force radar officer with the Air Defense Command. Is that right, Captain? You see everything that's up there?
Yes, that's right, Bill. With the characteristics of our present radar system, any object which has reflective surfaces and which stays within our radar coverage, which is virtually every square foot of the United States, will be painted on our radar screens.
But how good are you, Captain? How large an object can you see?
If it is reflective, and let's say larger than a watermelon as a crude example, and within our radar coverage, we should paint it.
You talk about the reflective properties of an object in the sky. Is it possible, Captain, that there are things up there made of material your radar will not pick up?
So far as we know, all flying objects are composed of materials which are aerodynamic and which do have a reflective surface upon which radar waves can be bounced. It's possible that there are other types of material. However, I doubt it.
Has there ever been a report of a flying saucer, Captain, that was translated into hard information right here? A plot on the board in this room?
I don't think so, Bill, for the reason that these sightings have never been substantiated and could not be translated into hard radar return figures.
There have been sightings then, but they turned out to be other things, airplanes or balloons.
But never a saucer.
You see everything up to roughly 100,000 feet?
Yes, that's right, up to approximately 100,000 feet, at which point the space tracking network takes over.
The Space Tracking Network, also in Colorado Springs, is charged with tracking and logging every object that moves in space around the Earth, from 100,000 feet to 2,000 miles. Bill Stout asked Major Albert Morse just how good the surveillance is.
As an example of some of our precision, we have here a photo of an object re-entering the Earth's atmosphere. Through our programs, we were able to predict a precise time that this was going to happen and notified a particular agency who then went out with a camera and was able to obtain this photograph.
What altitude?
This is just entering the Earth's atmosphere somewhere around 400,000 feet.
In keeping track on this board, you follow not only ours, but Russian, Canadian, French?
Yes, sir. Everything that has been launched so far.
Could there be objects in the heavens that you cannot see?
Yes, sir, there possibly could be. However, if they do have a reflectivity to a radar and obey the physical properties, these can be tracked by our system.
How far out can you see, and how small an object could you see?
Well, our general limits are a 1 square meter target at approximately 2,000 nautical miles.
If radar has not picked up any UFOs, what then of the argument that they are not made of earthly material sensitive to radar reflections?
That's right, Walter.
Well, most saucer sightings report bright lights, which should be picked up by cameras and light-sensitive film. The Smithsonian Astrophysical Observatory has a network of 16 automatic camera stations in the Midwestern United States that covers approximately 300,000 square miles of sky.
That's impressive.
We asked Dr. Robert McCroskey, director of SAO's Prairie Meteorite Network, to show us how it works.
On his haircut.
So this is a 1/6 model. The actual building is 6 feet by 6 feet. It has in it 4 cameras which peer through the windows in the roof. These are aerial mapping cameras. They have 45 degrees from center to corner. Between the 4 cameras, they cover essentially the entire sky above 10 degrees elevation. The station is operated automatically. It is turned on at nightfall by these light sensors and turned off again shortly before dawn. And during this time, it photographs continuously. The cameras hold about 6 weeks supply of film. It's recovered each week and returned to us. The exposed portion is returned each week to us. We have a photograph here of an extremely bright object that occurred last November. You see the meteor stretched along a straight line. It is broken every 20th of a second by a shutter. The shutter breaks permit us to determine the velocity and then the orbit of the body. In the past 15 months, working during the nighttime, during clear nights, we have not photographed anything with cameras that cover essentially the entire sky.
Because they know where the
We do
cameras
not
are, bro.
understand.
Dr. McCroskey, does the Smithsonian have other networks that feed information into the whole system?
Yes, we have the satellite tracking network, which is 12 stations about the world. At each of these stations, we have a large specialized camera for tracking satellites. This is a model of one of them here. In size, it's about 10 feet high. The aperture is 20 inches, it's f.8. This camera is built so that it is possible for it to track along the trajectory of a satellite and can, in fact, photograph a 6-inch shiny sphere at the distance of the moon.
At the distance of the moon?
Yes.
Could you show me a picture of something that's come from that kind of camera?
Yes, not a meteor photograph, but one of a satellite, in fact, 2 satellites. This is the Gemini rendezvous when the 2 Gemini capsules were within about 3 miles of each other.
I know this
But in
picture.
all of the pictures that you've ever seen also from this type of device, again, nothing has ever shown up in any of them that somebody would call an unidentified flying object.
It's not that we would call an unidentified flying object, no.
Since there are no bogies on radar that can remain unknown for long, and there is no photographic evidence, let's go farther out. The expanding knowledge of what lies beyond our planet has made it respectable to speculate about the possibility of life elsewhere. But that knowledge also makes it more difficult to conceive of interstellar space vehicles. Instrumented space probes like Mariner, flying by Venus and taking pictures of the surface of Mars. Radar signals from Earth bounced off planetary surfaces and monitored on giant antennae like these have thus far tended to confirm that if there is life there at all, it is in elementary form, not the sort to construct UFOs for exploration of Earth. As for what lies beyond our planetary system, it's well to remember that our sun is a tiny star placed near the edge of our galaxy, the Milky Way. Each of these nebulae are composed of millions of suns which might have their own planetary systems where life at various stages of development might exist. But the nearest star, like our sun, is Proxima Centauri. It is 1,000,000 times farther away from Earth than the nearest planet. If it had planets around it and was inhabited by intelligent beings capable of travel through the galaxy, they would have to construct spaceships that traveled at 670 million miles per hour, the speed of light. A round trip from the vicinity of Proxima Centauri to Earth would take more than 8.5 years of Earth time. So those scientists who are inclined to think the universe may abound in intelligent life tend to believe that God's quarantine, as some of them call the distance which separates us, will make radio signals the ultimate form of communication, not spaceships. Great electronic ears have enabled man to listen for electromagnetic signals from the farthest objects in the universe that have so far been detected. This one, 1,000 feet in diameter, in Arecibo in Puerto Rico, is operated by Cornell University for the Advanced Research Projects Agency and is engaged in a number of deep space and planetary projects. If we are not alone in the universe, instruments like this, pursuing carefully programmed listening exercises, may one day bring us a fateful message. The astronomers have long been the leading theorists on the possibility of life in outer space. Astronomer Carl Sagan is consultant to a current Air Force scientific panel. Astronomer Thornton Page was on a CIA committee that investigated UFO reports in 1952. Its conclusion? No evidence of UFOs.
Our panel was expected to be, and I think was, objective in its approach and tried to evaluate all the reports without saying they're ridiculous in advance. That has been repeated quite recently, and that is a good reason for talking with Carl Sagan here, because he's in the same position that I was, being the only astronomer in a similar panel.
There's not a single verified or checked out report which is at all connectable with with the possibility of extraterrestrial life. It doesn't say that I think extraterrestrial life is impossible. Quite the contrary. I think that many of the stars in the sky have planetary systems. We know enough now about the origin of life to make it appear likely that life arises naturally on the vast bulk of these planets. It's possible, but by no means certain, that life on many of these planets evolves into beings which are as advanced as we, or more advanced. And I don't see any reason why we can't imagine that there are civilizations thousands or millions of years in advance of ourselves, capable of technical feats that we can hardly imagine. If you would believe, as the flying saucer cultists would have us believe, that the majority of the saucer reports are due to visitations, they have a very strange situation. That means several spaceships are coming to the Earth over interstellar distances every day, as if all the anthropologists in the world were to converge on one of the Andaman Islands in the Indian Ocean because they just invented the fishnet there or something. I think it's much more reasonable if you want to speculate on the possibility of extraterrestrial intelligence, that there are very rare visits from extraterrestrials to the Earth. There's no evidence for this. I just say that's not implausible. But to have several visits a day, I think, is straining credulity. I think a key to what's behind the real belief in flying saucers is most easily obtained if you look at the contact myths. There are several hundred people in the United States who claim to have had personal contact with the inhabitants of flying saucers who have landed. And if you examine these myths, you find that there are some peculiar regularities. The inhabitants of saucers are benevolent. I mean, they're really concerned for our well-being. They're omnipotent, extremely powerful, omniscient, extremely knowledgeable, and they often wear long white robes. Now, this combination is something I've heard in another context. This isn't science, this is religion. And what I suspect is happening is this. We live in very unsettled times. It used to be possible to believe in a personal, benevolent, powerful, all-knowing God who cared about individuals who you could pray to. But now there's very few people who really believe that, I think. Science, for good or for ill, has destroyed a lot of the traditional theologies. And yet people have the same needs to believe that they always did, perhaps more so because of the times we live in. Well, the flying saucer myths are a really clever compromise. It's a way of having beings that come from the sky, that are worried about us, that are powerful, that are going to step in and prevent us from destroying ourselves, as we very well might, and yet have it in the cloak of science, so that no one can say nonsense that doesn't match science. It's all very pseudo-scientific. I would think that at least for the contact myths, and probably for a lot of the events of people who just see things they don't understand flying overhead, that what's involved psychology and theology, and not so much the physical sciences.
So, as we have seen, scientists think the evidence is mounting that life in some form exists elsewhere in the universe. But almost unanimously, they find no evidence that anything out there has come here. One thing is clear. You could not keep a spaceship a secret. Too many professionals with too many powerful instruments are probing the skies these days. Too many journalists could not be restrained from trumpeting one of the greatest news stories of all time. It also seems clear that since the security of our world is involved in converting all UFOs immediately into IFOs, perhaps these phenomena are properly the responsibility of scientists and the military, with periodic reports to the public on what they have found, if anything. The rest of us can emulate the scientists by keeping an open mind, since yesterday's fantasy sometimes turns into tomorrow's reality. But we might remember, too, that while fantasy improves science fiction, science is more often served by facts. This is Walter Cronkite for CBS Reports. Good night.
Good night.
Good night, my friend.
CBS Reports, UFO
is gay.
Yes. And tonight's show is sponsored by IBM. If you haven't heard of us, don't worry. Check the links for 25% off your next purchase from IBM. Use the
Mate,
code fakers and gayers.
Fakers and Are they still going?
I don't know.
think they are.
I don't know.
MIB stands for Men in Black. I would agree. Science Evidence Fringe. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, computers, isn't it? I can't remember. So old.
I can remember IBM.
Yeah, I remember them. We had them back in school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember just walking
I mean, to be honest, that documentary was a bit like a Project Blue Book. It just did a lot. It didn't really go into. What was it called again? It was Fact, Fantasy, or Foe. What was it called?
Friend, foe, and fantasy.
Yeah.
Friend, foe, or fantasy. Sorry.
So it's sort of this. It was good in the beginning when it talked about the UFO sighting of the topic we're supposed to be talking about today.
I don't think it presented. I think it was one-sided.
Oh, very much. Yeah. It sounded very much like Project Blue Book. Yeah.
Well, that's all it was. But yeah, I don't know. But yeah,
I mean, if you go back to the case originally, it's a bit like any other sort of UFO sighting. The fact that a bunch of people saw something.
Yeah.
We don't know what it was, but something happened. This is it. It's part of UFO lore that will just never be solved.
But the thing is, there was also, like I said, this was just a small part of what was going on.
Yes, yeah.
There were other places that were involved. And I think maybe we should look at it as a whole. I think we should revisit this.
Yeah.
But
Did
look at it.
This one, yeah, I think I did. It was
because this is
the girls.
This is one yet again. Yeah, we had that in the documentary.
Well, there's a black and white one here, which is not from.
It's not with them all like crowded around the bed. It's black and white. Let's just put it up.
Yeah, it's only 5 minutes, mate. It's only 5 minutes.
Because I think we need to look at a whole, because like the police officers, they were adamant. They said what they saw was a saucer.
Yeah, I mean, this is the Hillsdale place where the students saw the craft. So let's have a little listen.
But here in Hillsdale, a Michigan County seat town and the home of Hillsdale College, 87 co-eds aren't sure. They say that together on a Monday night in early April, they watched a craft of some kind for several hours.
Well, about 11:20 or so, I was in this room, and there had been a thunderstorm outside, and several of us were watching what was left of the storm. It had actually ended about 10:30, but we were watching, the light rain outside, and we saw a bright white light right over there. You can see out the window. And at first we thought it was a house because it was so luminous and so bright. It was a big light. And then about 15 minutes later it changed color. It was red. And then it went back to white, and then it moved up, just like this, level. The light stayed in the same position. And then a green light came on. And all the time when all the girls were running to the windows looking, I always kept saying, what is it? We weren't scared at all. We just wanted to know what it was. And the police cars, as they headed down the road, their headlights were aimed in the direction of 3 lights that we saw. At this point, the red light and the green light went out, and the white light became very, very dim. And the object went way down into the trees. and it was almost completely invisible. We had to strain our eyes to see it. Now, many people said, well, it probably is some kind of a weather balloon or something, but actually, I think the opinion of many people was that it was from somewhere outside our universe. There was only once that I thought I saw a shape, and it was a disc-shaped, there was a silver reflection. And as I said, the lights were going like this. Now there's an airport beacon light over to the right. It was over to the right and above the object. And it appeared to us that this thing was trying to get up through the light. And it would go up, and then when the light would come back around to where it would go down again. And it was moving back this whole time. And as I said, it was a very brilliant green. It wasn't like an airplane light or a light you see on a neon sign. Maybe it was unmanned, maybe there was something in it. My opinion is that I thought there was probably somebody in it coming down to check, to see the environment, to see if possible if they could get out, and just looking around, looking at the trees and stuff. Maybe they don't have trees, maybe they don't have this. And it's also, why should we be egotistical enough to think that we are the only people in the universe?
Since then, it seems like everything that we've said and everything that other people have said, they seem to try and whitewash it, cover it up. And I don't know. I don't really think it's a government project or anything like that. But if it is something from another planet, I think they're trying to keep it fairly quiet.
This is Hillsdale, and the girls at Hillsdale College had a night to remember.
We was going out State Street, and we was not really looking for anything in particular, but there was we thought it was an airplane coming, and it was coming towards us, and we kept our eye on it, and as we went out, it kept coming.
That's a traditional name, Teresa Beach.
Lower and lower till we thought we better stop because we were going to miss seeing what it was. And as we stopped, the object got real low, even with us building.
At one point, I thought it was going to come towards the car, but it was about 200 yards from us, maybe 225. And, not yards, feet, excuse me. And it was behind there was this meatpacking house. And it seemed to just disappear right behind that because we backed up. And just that quick, it was gone. I don't know what happened to it. It's really extraordinary.
It was blue, maybe 3 lights blue with the white in it, and right down the middle was little red dots. And it was as big as an airplane, but I would say it was more like a helicopter without the propeller.
No, I don't think I was scared. I was just amazed. You don't think about, oh, let me get my camera or something like that. You just sit there with your mouth open. And what is it? And I thought it was a helicopter. No noise or anything. It just seemed like a glider, gliding plane, just gliding along. No noise at all.
It didn't do anything. It would just glide so easy and just smooth, and it just kept going real smooth. It didn't go up or down. It just stayed on an even pace.
Huh.
How to escape the...
Doesn't sound like swamp gas.
Exactly. It doesn't sound like swamp gas at all. Interesting. Because that's Hillsdale, basically. That was a separate sighting. So again, going back to my conclusion, look, people saw something. It's definitely not swamp gas. I'm quite deterred by J. Allen Heinrich, but again, we saw him when he was like pretty much a full believer. When we saw him on a TV show to do with Travis Walton. Remember?
Okay.
There's been a few videos we brought up with J. Allen Heinrich. But he changed his mind after a while, but I'm quite surprised by that. The swamp gas situation doesn't make sense.
Yeah, it don't.
I'm going to have one more look. Swamp gas at night. Let's have a look. Because we need a proper conclusion on that.
No, I get it. I want to see a visual aid to that. you show me a visual aids of swamp gas at night, then I'm happy as Larry or Larry's brother Eric. But no, I just the witness statements alone, you can say that ain't swamp gas, even if that's what he wants to say. If he wants to push that narrative, let him. We the people shan't be fooled.
Well, believe it or not, there is no videos I can see of swamp gas. So maybe it is fake and gay.
Oh, I get it. The logic you would need. See, this is what's interesting, because for this to start with the swamp gas, you would need an ignition. Now remember, them girls say it was a lightning storm, and then they saw a white flash. Yeah, you remember?
Yeah.
Now the lightning could have hit the water, and that was the white flash, the ignition of the swamp gas. Now that's just one explanation I can say. I'm not buying it, but I did remember what she said. That there was a lightning storm, and they saw the lightning. They saw a white bright light that could have been hit because you would need I can't see it just starting all by itself. You need something to ignite it. You know what I mean? Naturally, lightning storm could be a lightning bolt, because how much volts? You know what I'm saying? That would instantly set it up.
Yeah. I would have thought swamp gas was more or less like not like a flame than just like a halo or glow, instead of just like a.
See, that's what I thought it was. That's what I thought it was. Yeah. But it's got to be like a certain kind of like the phenomena of ball lightning. I see lightning hit water, it bolts. At this, I see lightning hit water, it boils at the strike. Yeah, so it's hot. So there's gas in there.
Yeah.
Because lightning's. I'm just trying. I'm not buying that it's swamp gas.
Yeah.
Because just the pure length of time, what they're saying they witnessed for. Even the first guy, he said, what, 2 hours he saw it. And it wasn't just all these people out there in, where's this, Michigan? Am I right?
Yeah, Michigan, yeah.
All these people that were out in this area while this was going on, they all saw swamp gas. The two cops saw swamp gas. You can see there was something going on at that point. I don't know if it was the Soviets. I don't know if it was the Germans. I don't know if it was little green men. I don't know if it was the Americans, but something was going on.
Yeah, for sure. I can't see anything related to swamp gas, mate. Can't see anything. There's some songs about swamp gas. And it's really bad.
Okay. Yep. Well.
Yeah, mate.
I think the only sad thing about it is, again, there's no photographs that we could look
not
at.
A lot of evidence.
Well, it's we're dealing with the time, but we do have witness statements. That's good. That's always good. That's archived in the records, so that's good.
Yeah, for sure. But no photographic proof. But yeah, just swamp gas explanation.
If they're all describing the same thing, I'm not buying swamp gas, and I don't know why he threw that forward. Especially like when you throw in the police just ruled that one out straight away. Because remember, they said they saw a disc, flew right over him. Swamp gas ain't doing that.
Yeah, true. And I just don't see swamp gas floating up in a like an orb.
I don't myself.
That long.
I see it burning.
Yeah, all evaporating quickly.
I see it burning like how those guys set that thing on fire. I see it almost similar, maybe a different color. Excuse me, because of what Heineck said. I get that with the materials. Certain chemicals are building up because of certain materials are decaying. So there could be a different color.
Okay.
So you could see a purple flame.
As like what Budokon's saying, methane's quite powerful gas, I suppose. So.
Oh yeah. There's some places. I was out in South Carolina a long time ago, and they got a methane processing plant. So they use it as energy. It's highly flammable though. It's very risque.
Yeah. I mean, don't know what else to say about it really. I mean, I can't find any videos of swamp gas. Electronic discharge. Perhaps there was a thunderstorm, but I don't know, man. It's all speculation, isn't it?
I'm just trying to say, well, you know, but it doesn't account for the witness statements. You know, and especially when you throw in the 2 police officers that said this thing flew right over them. And there's
big balls of farts flying over a car. It's like, I'm not believing that.
When you look at all the other places in this, what they are calling a flap, I like to call it the Missouri incident. When you look at all the other witnesses that were happening, it kind of reminds you of like the Armada. This was happening, I think, within a week of each other, a week or 2 weeks.
I suppose so.
You know, that's why I think we should come. We should this, and it's often good. We've done one show, but it's leading us down another road, and I really think we should take a look at the whole lot.
Okay. Yeah, why not? Why not do a trilogy, as one would say? Yeah.
Okay. Well, okay.
Cool. I guess that's that then.
Yeah. That's it. He sure did. And it is.
True.
It is. It is. It's an easy concept. Yeah.
It's almost like the Force in Star Wars. It surrounds us. It binds us together. That's a quote from Star Wars, by the way. So I guess it is the same thing. Yeah. Nick, there's swamp gas and lightning strikes around. Seen videos. Man, I can't even see anything. I'll put lightning strike after. Hang on. Swamp gas, lightning.
It still doesn't account for the length of time that it was sighted.
No, it's coming out of the same videos. I can't find it.
Because I get the glow that they would have. But going up in the air and coming back down, I get what Jaime's saying. One goes out and then another pocket lights up. But that would have to, I don't know, man. My brain's too young to try and work it out, man. I just thought I'm not buying swamp gas.
No, I'm not.
And the reason why I'm not buying it is because of the cops. And because of the first guy, that guy seemed genuine. And he was genuinely pissed off and upset about how he was being ridiculed. That all emotion was real there because I felt it too. So, you know.
I've got this video here. No, it's not. Oh, God's sake. I can't find nothing on swamp gas, lightning strike. I can't see anything.
Yeah, don't
it's
worry.
It's people's interpretation of swamp gas, but it doesn't look like nothing what's been described.
They're hiding the truth from us, guys. This is what they're doing. They're not giving us the tools and the examples to judge for ourselves. So, but we're not buying it. We know it ain't swamp gas. And I think when we look deeper into this, we're going to see that there was another wave, whether it could be aliens, whether it could be some secret tech, because some of them crafts that they were showing, and see, it kind of maybe think he was onto something. Murray, when he was talking about it was a Russian lunar module. Maybe it wasn't Russian. Maybe it was because didn't they show in that clip in '66? They were flying modules around in the desert. Did you catch that in the documentary?
Yeah, I think I did actually. Yeah.
They were flying modules around. And just think if we've got that tech, and that was shown in '66, because that's when that documentary was there. No, I'm just trying to say, if that was shown in '66, them sightings in the '50s, because they would have kept that shit on the wrap, that tech on the wrap. Sorry about that.
Yeah, true.
Someone's saying try swamp mist. Why don't you try something swamp lights?
Swamp gas farts or something. Swamp lights or what? Nope, is a bunch of AI nonsense. Everything's AI here. Okay, swamp gas lights UFOs. Try that. Nope. Bunch of AI stuff. No, I'm gonna be honest with you, Hidden. I don't think swamp gas exists. I think it's just a made-up term.
I'm gonna have another Swift then. I'm not buying it. I think we need to look deeper into this. I think there's another show here, and I think we need to look deeper into this, guys. I really do. I think something was going on. And see, Murray's a nice guy, but I think he was onto something. I might want to say everything's Russian, but I don't know now, because we saw in that video. That was a lander they had flying around.
Yeah.
And if we've got that tech, I bet you 100% Russia's got it.
I think so.
Yes,
but it's all speculation.
Could you imagine that?
What's that?
If you went to the swamps and it just started blowing off spliff gas, you just yeah, man, that's some good Sheba.
Yeah, check this out.
He caught me in a delicate stage.
St. Elmo's fire. Let's have a look. That's apparently swamp gas. Oh, it's coming up with a band. Let's put lights afterwards.
Yeah, St. Elmo's fire. Yeah, because that's up in the sky. Ain't that kind of similar to the Northern Lights? I'm not too sure. But I know that's a phenomenon up in the sky.
Let's have a look. Let's bring up a good photograph of St. Elmo's fire. Okay. This is St. Elmo's fire. That.
Sounds like a lightning strike.
Yep,
that was cool.
Too.
Oh, that's from a plane?
St. Elmo's Fire Northern Lights in a Nathan Dates blog.
Yeah, that's from a plane. Can see the instrument panel.
Oh yeah. Oh, this is interesting. Oh yeah, look, there's one there. This is a really good photograph. Check this out.
Yeah, that's an instrument panel. Sorry, guys.
No, look. Check this out.
Whoa.
It's crazy, isn't it?
Whoa.
Yeah, mate. It's like a static charge. A bit like, I think Twisted Hippie said that, I think.
Electrical discharge.
So let's see what Nathan put here. Put in methane bursts. Lights.
You want to see swamp gas, don't you?
Mate, I don't think swamp gas exists. There's no footage of it. You would have thought if it would be a natural phenomena, someone would have taken a video footage of it.
There's more footage of Bigfoot than there is of...
Yeah, it's true.
I've seen that guy again. I was doing my searches. That guy who's got Bigfoot in the freezer.
Oh, he's popping up on Facebook as well. Really annoying.
Should we have him on as a guest? I'd love to have him on, you know. Would you guys like to have him on? Should I ask him? He'd probably charge me.
It's not raining, but for that. Oh, it's raining, huh? Oh, I can't find nothing, mate. I cannot find nothing. I've been searching for the past half an hour for swamp gas. No one has an explanation. Or video footage. There's no evidence.
That's what I want to see. I want to see. That's all I want to see. But I don't buy it anyways. Because I'm thinking, if I'm going by what the guy, even the ladies, they said it was there for a while.
Yeah.
I'm going there.
Is that tripping you out? Hold on, let's go back. I didn't know it had that feature. It's pretty good. But no, in terms of swamp gas, I think it is a rubbish explanation to explain a phenomena, a very real phenomena. But the explanation is terrible, and there's no footage of it, no photographs. So I would say, right now, on the 1st of July, 2026, swamp gas is fake and gay. It is. There's no evidence. Because you expect it to be a gas, like mustard gas, and not, you know, they would call it like fireballs or something like that, swamp fireballs, not swamp gas.
What did he call it? Was it marsh gas? Yeah, that's what he called it to begin with, marsh gas. Look that up. Marsh gas. You're right. We came at it the wrong way. Let's see if there's that phenomenon, because that's originally what he called it.
So look.
See, we can't just look up methane, because methane gas you can find in sewers.
Yeah.
And you'll get videos of cows farting, you know.
Okay, let's have a look. Swamp gas. Oh,
No,
methane gas.
Marsh gas.
Marsh gas. Sorry, yeah, marsh gas is in here.
If it's methane. Oh.
Okay, right. check this out. This is a very, very reliable source. Very reliable source.
Oh no, that means it's going to be unreliable.
It is from India Defense Review. And it states here, it is not fake, mystery of Erie marsh lights finally solved by scientists. For centuries, the Erie lights will the whisper. I'm not reading, but apparently
somebody wrote that in chat. So sorry. Yeah, I'll put it up full screen. Will-o' the Wisps has baffled scientists. Now the mystery behind these glowing phenomena has finally been unraveled. You can scroll down if you want.
It's unrevealed, but anyway, yeah. Oh, Will-o' the Whispers.
Yeah, that's what somebody wrote in the chat. Was that you, Moody, that wrote it all along? I seen it. I didn't know what you was on about. I thought you was like, I don't know. I just didn't know. Here you go. Sorry, mate. Are you looking up?
No, that's it. It's got a whole chemistry behind it, and that's what it looks like, allegedly.
Doesn't look like it's different. Well, again, what it's made up from. So there's the chemistry, but it doesn't look different colors, and it doesn't. I can't tell from that picture. Is that taken from the sky?
No, it's a swamp.
Yeah, but what's the angle? Am I looking from?
Hold on. I'll save the picture, and I'll bring it up. Let's do this. Check this out.
I really can't tell my point of view. To me, that just looks like lights. Because my eyes, I need to open them.
It's a swamp. You see the trees there? So it's from ground level.
And what that does, so those lights are up in the air.
Yeah.
Could that not be fireflies?
Kind of looks like fireflies. Oh, let's look at fireflies.
What do you guys think? Do you guys think that could be fireflies?
No, fireflies are a bit too less bright than that, and they actually are yellow.
Yellow, yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Let me put in blue fireflies. Hold on.
That looks more green.
No, it's all yellow. Look at green.
The mites.
Green firefly.
No, they probably ain't. I think you're right.
That's a blue. It's like a very whitish blue.
Okay.
But fireflies. Do we have them in England, mate? I don't think
No.
we do.
No. But they do in America. Well, they're saying this thing was huge. That still doesn't match the weaknesses, what they were saying.
Yeah.
So I'm not buying Heimlich what he's saying, man. Swamp gas, nah.
For shame. For shame.
But I think we haven't ended that one. I know we're ending the show now, but we haven't ended that one. We're gonna look at the whole thing, the whole incident.
Yeah. We'll dig a bit deeper when we're less,
So, what's your plans for Friday?
UFO file was supposed to be released. Batch 4. Or tranche 4. If not, I'll figure something out. I always do. Look at the content behind me. All good. I got plenty of stuff. So I'll surprise you lot for Friday's show.
I've got a special show coming up. On Monday, I got a gentleman called Dick Larson. I've got a gentleman coming up called Dick Larson. It's not about UFOs, guys. If you want to come over and have a, but he's coming over. He's joining me for a chat. It's about New Age stuff.
Did you say Dick Larson?
Yeah, I did.
Sounds familiar.
Well, anyways, so he's coming over for a special chat. Yeah. So look forward to that. I know we're gonna butt heads on a few things. Well, we're gonna butt heads on a lot of things, man. But you know, I'm gonna give it a fair crack. Dick Arson. Make sure you turn up, Bob, with jokes like that. But yeah, I don't know what to put it, man, because there's something that we are going to talk about that that I have been quite interested in. So I know we're going to butt heads on this one.
Is it religion?
Kind of stuff like that.
Kind of not on the show then.
Well, you know how it goes, man. You know how it goes.
Yeah.
But yeah, make sure you turn up. Make sure you turn up Bob Lazar with them jokes. No, he's a nice guy though. Yet again, he's one of them. He's a nice guy. He's a nice guy.
Cool. Well, I hope you enjoyed Dick's company.
Yeah, many do.
Sweet. Awesome, mate. Look forward to it. Yeah, New Age. It's a bit of a different topic for you, but yeah.
Well, there's something in there that's for me that I want to talk about. We talked about when I met up with him, and you know, I just ended the conversation with, you know, time will only tell, and that's the truth. Neither one of us can sit here and say we're right until time shows us that we're right.
Sounds like the new age is almost like the end of the world scenario.
Well, it's all these kind of things. It's like, you know, I know he's going to try and talk about UFOs and all this shit, but you know, the reason why I say it's shit is because with the new age, they don't want to say any other thing than it's spiritual. You know,
and always push that narrative.
And stuff like that. So when we were talking about the subject of UFOs and stuff, he was like, well, you know, there are space brothers. And I was like, here it goes.
I see.
But you know what? Let's have some fun, man.
Yeah, have a discussion. There's nothing wrong with that. Yeah, enjoy yourself, mate. Like, I haven't really enjoyed this Bloody Mary. It's bloody terrible. Awful.
Well, I did tell you.
You did tell me. It's a learning curve, mate. The learning curve. Yeah. Terrible. Ugh.
I never got it as a kid, man. They had a drink when I was a kid out in Florida, out in America, and it was called the V8.
V8. All right.
V8, man. I could never understand why people would drink that. And it's just tomato juice in a tin. It's just tomatoes in a tin. A V8.
Jeez. Terrible.
Oh man. But nah. But anyways, that's it, guys. So I'll see you Monday. And it should be a doozy. And Nick will see you Friday. And we'll see you next week. I don't know if we're going to tackle thingy because there's supposed to be a heat wave coming in. If there's a heat wave coming in, I ain't messing around.
And for those, do not buy any fans. Let me buy one first. I have to. I can't go for that again. Because it's sold out everywhere. So save one for me at least. The only fan I got, mate, is this one. Look, tiny little one. Look at it. It's my fault. I should be buying a fan instead of books. So there we go. But no, guys, thank you so much. It's lovely seeing you all, and we'll catch you soon.
Yes. Good night. God bless. And God bless. And I am back at work. I am back at work, man. I can blame the content, but I'm not. But I am back at work. It just seems to be quiet out there, all quiet. But anyways, that's it. So I'm going to say this. So until next time, stay blessed and keep safe and keep stoned.
Hidden underbelly, deep and wide, chasing saucers in the starry skies. Truth uncovered where the shadows lie. Big up our brother, he's the cosmic guide. All hidden, all hidden. Your light is never forbidden. Hidden, all hidden. The truth you've always given. Whispers of the cosmos in the night, shining answers through your second sight. Investigations that you bring to light, mysteries unfolding your endless fight. All hidden, all hidden. Your light is never forbidden. Hidden, all hidden. The truth you've always given. Saucer trails in cosmic tales, through the static you prevail. Hidden brother on the case, bringing truth to every space.